Hello, welcome to the Elder Rolls, more specifically the Void Prophecy. I am your host Shade, and here is our DM Soul. Soul, would you like to take it from here?
Hi, I would like to welcome everybody's today's stream. There is a general content warning for this section of Arc 3, being that Manamarco is going to do some unsavory things to our heroes mentally and visually. I will put up content warnings just in case any of you are bothered by that. Also, welcome back TJ to the party. He has come back from his mild hiatus, and Glarier might be late to not appearing due to some IRL happenings. That being said, are we all ready to begin?
Bring on the
Also,
trauma.
Towson,
Yeah.
your reactive picture's wrong.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, it's not Taliesin, it's my actual self. Give me like 2 seconds.
Yo,
Guys,
it's
you
Virgo.
suddenly see Taliesin replaced with this dude in a plague doctor mask.
It is,
That's
it's
pretty hot.
it's it's Mana Marco fucking with shit again. Don't worry about it.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
is there an
Manamarco
IRL
being
picture?
No,
a...
you do not get
No
IRL
face
me.
reveals. No
Um,
face reveals.
I do
That's
though.
fine.
aside,
And
hmm? Go ahead.
as a general reminder for everybody, next week there may or may not be a session running due to me having a visitor in town. The 19th and the 26th, we will probably not have session running due to our streamer being out of town and me getting ready to move. So, other than that, if we're all ready to begin,
Let's bring on the trauma, as I say, as actual Taliesin and not the Plague Doctor.
I mean, I just got through the final shape campaign, so I'm 100% set for like horror. I got to see hands growing out of walls. Let's bring that to game. No. All right. So last we left off, the sky turning black on the party was not quite enough, and as they ventured on, now in a scramble to fulfill their prophecy, they made their way to the ruins of the Temple of Azura in the Badlands of Elsewhere. There they encountered Mazamidi, an ancient spirit of a Khajiit who protected this temple for a very long time. She encouraged Farron to take the trial within to claim the Moonlight Blade. When he did, and pardon me, he did so, and while he was taking the trial of the Moonlight Blade, the rest of the party was confronted with Fennec and Cylinir. The two gave the party one last warning to stop interfering, and when the party showed signs of refusing, Cylinir and Fennec left. When Farron returned with the blade, the party went to teleport back to Wayrast. That's where things went wrong. Their teleportation was thrown off course and they were dropped in a place of nightmares with great force, knocked unconscious. When they awoke, they were greeted by the infamous Manamarco, former Lich, founder of the Order of the Black Worm and Necromancer, now Daedric Prince of Undeath and Profane Magic. He taunted them, dropped Taliesin with a single spell, made them a home near Revenant's Landing, and he warned them to not leave, as there is no way out. When the party showed signs of resistance, he would turn their food to maggots, give them nightmares, and in Talison's case, when they left the house to explore a flashing light, Man Marco left them a present. A ripped in half body, magically made to look like Taliesin, an effort to continue on the nightmares he was given earlier that night. When the top layer of his skin was peeled away by Taliesin, it revealed Farron's dead mother, which Manamarco quickly inhabited and warned them to go back while crawling at the two. And that's when the party's nightmarish rest finishes, and where we pick up in a small home with 7 beds on a plane of oblivion belonging to the newly minted Prince of Undeath. You all get a long rest.
Hooray.
Ooh.
Considering he is here now, finally, um, is Gadsden awake now, TJ?
You guys watch as your friend who had
Not
left you
yet.
days ago. Yeah. Still hasn't stirred yet. I'll leave that up to when TJ wants that to happen, but it is morning. And you watch as a new, fresh bowl of fruit and bread apparate on the table in the center of the room.
Taliesin will approach and poke at it.
Seems like actual fruit to you. There's figs, there's apples, oranges, grapes, strawberries.
He's going to
It's a nice loaf of wheat bread there too.
he's going to take. You said there's a peach, right?
There's peaches as well, yes.
Okay. He's gonna take a peach and cut it in half and like heavily inspect it.
Okay, roll investigation.
First roll of the session, baby.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Strong. As you're heavily investigating it, you do hear a voice from around the room. Come now. You think me so petty as to make the food I provide for you not safe?
Yes.
You are my pets after all.
Mm.
I want my pets healthy.
Taliesin shivers at that. And he puts the he puts the peach down. Goes to cut the bread instead. That looks relatively normal.
Looks normal. Good bread.
Good bread.
Bread. Would you like some cheese as well?
If you're offering.
And you watch as some goat cheese, some cow cheese, and some Eridar cheese appear on the table in front of you.
He blinks at that. How the fuck do you do that?
I am God here. I can do anything I wish.
Huh. Can you make liquor too? Because I think I might need that.
No. You haven't earned that. Especially after your stunt earlier.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Go and take a slice of cheese, put it on the bread, and eat it.
Tastes really good.
He's the only person I think is gonna get this reference is Lil Worm, but you know when Marcel has to eat something in Dungeon Meshi, and she's just really reluctant to eat it first, and then she's just like very angry that it tastes really good. That's Taliesin right now.
I got you. I got the reference.
But you
I
can see
understood that
where he's
reference.
going. He's ebbing and flowing with being nice to you now. And you guys, as you bite into this bread and cheese and a little bit of peach in your hand, you watch as Gaston starts to stir.
Oh, look at that. Nice to see you, mate. Bit of unfortunate circumstance, but still good.
Gaston, last thing you remember, you were helping out at a Temple of Archay just beyond the border of Morrowind. You were praying to Archay, trying to ease your mind from all that had been revealed to you, and aiding the people around. And then you watched as the skies went black. The whole void, green beam shoot up from the southwest and hit the void hole, which had moved to the apex with the moons and covered the sun, initiating the eclipse early. And then that void hole expand to encompass the entire sky. No stars, no sun, no moons, no clouds. But the interesting thing for you is where you were at, there were occasional showers drifting in and out. There was still rain, but no visible clouds. You helped in aiding the people from their panic. And then when you laid down your head, went back to your room to rest for a bit and eat some food, you blacked out. It was a magical effect on you. And now you wake up. And you are in a very different and strange place. And you don't feel arcane from the staff anymore. It's very faintly got power. So, while on the Necromancer's Moon, the negative effect kicks in full time.
Negative
The
effect.
additional 2 to all healing sources is not usable here.
Oh,
All
shit.
other effects work.
Rip heal bot.
Well, now you know the reason why that negative effect was there is because every 8 days, the Necromancer's Moon would eclipse RK. And now you're on the Necromancer's Moon. Therefore, it's eclipsed all the time.
Man.
Sucks.
Like he just gets out and goes, well, that worked then. I figured that all of you probably caused something to happen early, but I'm glad to be here.
How are
I
you?
was worried. I wanted to firstly thank you for preventing me from electrocuting myself to death last time I saw you. Specifically Tiny and Allison for Alara. I just name everybody.
Blair, you're T-posing in the corner with glowing
Yeah.
ASMR eyes.
Specifically
Coming out.
labels everyone.
Yeah, specifically with everyone, and just because I just wanted to apologize. And I've come to terms with it and understood that all life and certain parts of unlife are sacred. And I
But
hope that you're willing to take me back into the party.
I'm fine with it. I
Zach.
mean, you're stuck with us right now as it is anyway.
I'm just glad you're okay. That you're alive. A lot has happened.
I feel like Tiny squeezes a little bit too hard. He's like, "Oh, hi, Tiny."
Sorry. And he like lets go.
And as he's touching, I'll let you continue. Sorry.
No. I seem to have lost connection with anti-RK, so
It's very tenuous, very faint. You can't talk to him, and you can't use the major portion of its power in this place. You do still feel that the staff is of RK's power, and that if you got out of this place, it would return.
Tiny just looks at Gadsden and it was like, a lot of shit happened. It would take a book to fill what happened.
I can break it down easily.
Short version is we eclipse in the sky, everyone's isolated, and Man and Marco is here. And
You're right, I am. And he's standing off to the side.
He's like,
What a touching moment.
God.
Did you not knock?
He doesn't
I
need
don't
to.
need to knock. This is my realm.
But you manners?
Only
Hey,
applies to you.
Wait, is he like physically here?
Yes.
Oh boy, I gotta figure out how to do this.
Just
I
a
think he's
warning.
gonna
Do not
walk up.
leave this general area. Or I'll do to you what I did to those two earlier. And he points to the nearly catatonic Farron and Taliesin, who looks fucking exhausted.
he
Okay,
gives Mana
well-
Marco a wave.
Can I
Here's
medicine
the
check
thing.
on Farron?
The minute
Thank
Manny
you.
Marco shows up, if anyone was paying attention to what Farron breaking down in the corner there, he would suddenly take his bow out.
Please, you wouldn't be able to hurt me.
He does
I
not
think
listen to his
Gazin
bow,
would-
but he's still preparing to fire.
I think
Taliesin
Gazin will step in front of the bow and arrow.
would stand behind Gaston.
Out of the way.
Do you want to
This is
die
the
that
time
easily?
or the place. Our first is to survive. And to do that, we need to leave. No point in
You are
antagonizing our
not
warden.
leaving. Ever.
I just put like one finger up towards Madame Marco and just ignore him. We
It's not for
are
him.
in this together. I know it's not for him.
It's for
But
his pathetic lover once I find him.
I see that you are volunteering yourself next, Gaston.
I think he just turns around,
Good.
says, bows, and says, "Of course."
And Gaston has no clue what that fucking means.
Yeah, I know. He has
Taliesin
no
and
idea.
Farron know what that means. And you watch as Manamarco steps back and fades into a swirl of fetid black smoke, and it spreads out for a moment. You could smell rot that fades.
God, I just ate.
Instantly hugs Fern. Oh, what? No. I say, "Oh, may I hug you?" I think he'll say, "We connect."
Farron just stares him down. No.
Okay. I just kind of like air hug around him.
To hug without touching. There.
Yeah.
I have the perfect gift for that.
I
I heard
would.
We'll
the
just stay
perfect
there.
term called a
Now
Wi-Fi
rather
hug.
than now instead of like a blank expression, he looks fucking ready to kill someone.
I put a hand on Gaston's shoulder. I got him. Don't worry about it, eh? And
Still
I-
air hugging.
yeah, it's still air hugging. I'm gonna approach Farron, kneel next to him.
Farron does not look at him.
Farron, I know you're angry. You have every right to be. But you'll get your chance.
Okay, I need to turn that down. Just angry?
It's a light way of putting it. I think I know as well as you do what that feeling is. But all you're going to end up doing is killing yourself. None of us want that. I've already played the bit of the fool. We don't need two of them.
What I said was the arrow wasn't for him.
Who was it for?
Just everyone he cares about.
Well,
That's a short list.
And he knows who's on that list, so
Yeah.
you can save those arrows then. Once we leave. And we can exact all of our rage onto each of those bastards. And he will reach out, or I will reach out to gently pat Farron on the shoulder.
He twitches slightly, but doesn't really move much.
It's all right. It's all right. And he will offer the other half of the peach that he has that looks pretty normal.
Tiny will speak up again. It's like, anything on the table is fine. It's anything in our bag. Don't eat.
He's just gonna fucking snatch that peach and go to town. He's like channeling Glarior.
It is beautiful, juicy, it is fresh. It's like a good old southern Georgia peach. Except Georgia doesn't exist in this world,
I was
so
just gonna say,
bravo,
Georgia
peach.
exists in this world?
He fucking
It's a
angrily
Bravo
eats that
peach.
peach.
Angry consuming. It's like, God damn it, how dare you make such good food, you piece of shit!
So is this like when they came back from exploring? This is several hours later?
No, this is shortly after. If you remember, they took the last watch.
Oh, okay.
So this is just after they got back by maybe 30 minutes.
Okay, did Taliesin or Farron tell us what happened when they left?
No.
Nelson
No.
isn't.
Oh, okay.
Farron is in no shape to say anything about it.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
guess...
from
Oh.
sorry,
No, go.
from your perspective, he just came in. They just came in. Farron was like sobbing for like a minute there, stopped, and now is fucking pissed.
Link
So
Canatotic is now pissed, so.
Tiny would
Yeah.
ask, did anything happen on your guys' watch?
Plenty of things did, but do we have the feeling of being watched, Soul?
Let me roll a d2 here and see if he fucks off. 1 for he is still watching.
Joy.
Currently, he is still watching. You
Uh,
could still feel that sense of somebody has got eyes on you.
So, keeping that in mind, Talzin's going to look to the group. So, we made our lovely benefactor quite angry. And case in point, we should not leave the house ever. And he is making a very knowing look at Thribby, hoping to every fucking god he understands
Roll
what he's
an
talking
insight
about.
check there, Thribby.
I was already on it!
Jesus Christ.
Has no fucking clue what you mean by that.
He just
What do you
stares
mean
at
by
him with
that?
his blank face like,
Huh?
what the fuck? But he doesn't say anything, he just like stares in utter confusion.
And after about another minute, that feeling of being watched fades.
Thank gods. Alright, and then Talzin explains everything in a little bit more detail. And he
Body.
mentions...
Fucking twitching in the corner.
And he
Yeah.
mentions, like, the whole Farron finding his mom. He mentions the whole feeling of being watched, and more so, when he points out the window, he says, and more importantly, there's something out there that's feels like it might not belong here. It sticks out a bit. We found
Just as you say that, exactly where you point, just above your finger. Probably about 300 yards off. Flash, flash, flash. And it's a brilliant.
You'll see it.
I'll
I
see
do,
it.
yeah.
I believe she did say you guys all see it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, your danger sense would give you the sense of being watched. That will be very useful here, because Manamarco is not an ally. He's keeping you prisoner on his realm.
Uh-huh. Got it.
So you would know when he is present in his realm because he will be watching you.
Okay. Tiny then is like, oh, okay. Well, I might be able to help with the part where you said he's watching, because I now suddenly feel not on edge.
Yeah, he's
the
not
hairs on
watching
the
you
back
right
of my
now.
neck are down.
Right. I mean, pretty sure Alira and I can feel him pretty easily. Maybe Gazton too. I'm not definitely Glario. Not sure about Caldron and Farron though.
Caldron, I would say you would only be able to notice when he's physically in the room, because when he was here, he had a black aura, but it was something wholly different. It's hard to describe how it looked around him. Almost like a grayish fog that seemed to have life, that extended out like little tendrils, arms, feeling. It's not like an anchorites, it's not like undead, it's not like dead, or people who dealt in death. This is the aura of the god of undeath.
But
That
go ahead.
that is terrifying.
Mhm.
Aye, it is a wee bit. I haven't really done enough personal thoughts or research into when and how he goes about, but the assumption is that when he's not, when we don't feel that feeling of being watched, it is because he is physically not here. I wouldn't be surprised if the anchorites are making something similar happen to where it was like back in the second and third eras, um, to make him come back to the actual physical realm. Point is that we do have openings where we can be free, so to speak, to explore this wasteland. The problem is that the very second that he arrives back, he knows where we are. And he already gave Farron and I warning, which is pretty much to the rest of you. And he would make our lives our own personal realm of oblivion if we decide to ever stray from this place ever again.
Flash, flash, flash. Looks
I
a little
mean-
bit more urgent this time, coming a little bit closer by 100 yards. It's Taliesin, I think you're who out of you is proficient in our religion?
Not.
No.
Yeah.
Alira?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You would have to get closer to it, but it's almost like it's behaving urgently,
That's,
like trying to get your attention.
that's bloody close, isn't it?
I'll stop air hugging and walk up to it.
It's about 200 yards off.
I'll
Outside.
just start walking.
Okay.
Guys.
Just no indication, anything. Just
Tiny says, "I'll be back. I'm gonna go check on Gaz."
Taliesin's already following.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
same.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad I'm making it clear that I want you guys to defy Mana Marco. Give that sense of on edge, you know? And as you guys go out toward it, it stays there until it's about 20 feet off, and then starts guiding you down the path. Starts moving down the path, and when it gets about 50 feet away, it stops
Wait.
and waits.
Just wait a tick, Gaz. Don't rush into it. Can you see what it is?
I'll let you know after I come back. And he just keeps walking.
Guy-
It stays right there in front of you. You have proficiency in religion too, so I want you to roll a straight religion check when you get within 5 feet of it, because it is staying there because it's clearly trying to indicate a message to you without being able to say anything.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah, you can tap yourself for guidance.
Farron is
I love
gonna-
that little fucking cheat. Are you kidding?
Farron is
Oh.
suddenly mobile again, and he's following right behind Gaston.
I will say,
Oh.
I don't need to drag you down for this, is because it is unable to speak, obviously. It is not of this realm, but it's also not Adric. It is a light of many colors.
Excuse me.
I
Just-
think he's
I-
figured it out!
I think he just looks at. He goes, "Oh, welcome, friend."
It just
Farron is just like
floats
right
there
behind
waiting.
him. He's watching it.
It just floats there waiting. It clearly, you could get the sense it's trying to indicate everybody should follow.
I just look like, our new friend wants us to follow him.
Can I do
Screw
something?
that, Mark. Oh,
You
Sorry.
still don't sense Mana Marco.
Sorry,
no,
can
yeah, I
do
just like
something?
screw that, Mark.
He may be doing a booty call. You don't know.
Sorry, can I do something really quick?
Yeah.
Can I try to like touch it?
You reach out and you touch it. I am gonna drag you down, and I'll be also dragging Shade down so chat can hear.
Hello.
As your hand reaches out to touch the light, you hear a very distant voice. Follow it. And for a moment, that searing bright light is almost a little too much, and your hand starts to feel warmth grow along it in this dark, cold place. And when you pull your hand back, it fades, but it does circle you for a moment and move back to its spot. But something about that voice, it sounded feminine. That voice is trying to tell you to follow this bead of light.
Farron is just gonna stare at his hand and back to the thing and just nod. He's still looking pretty angry.
And it will move back to its spot and it'll flash, flash, flash. It is up to you to tell the others the female voice that you heard. And yes.
back.
For a moment,
point in that direction.
after Farron touches it and pulls his hand away, you watch as it circles him a moment, goes back into the spot, and then flash, flash, flash.
We
Bloody-
follow.
Okay.
All right then.
Don't ask questions, just follow.
Sure.
For someone that doesn't like to be touched, you do like to touch.
Stops for a second, just fucking sighs, and then keeps moving.
And it will lead you 3, 4, 5 hours north. You start getting nervous, but you still don't sense Mana Marco, which is a relief.
Damn, you must
Yeah.
take.
I was gonna say, as we're walking, I had a question for or more so, I think Larier would be the best person, but since he's not here, it's technically gonna go to Taliesin.
Mhm.
Do you know about Daedric realms, homes? I guess I don't know. I don't know whatever you call this. Oblivion.
It is called a plane of oblivion. Yes, I've studied a little bit about them. What do you want to know?
I mean, I know we got here through like a teleporter, but doesn't every house have a door, like a way actually to get inside?
DM, would I know that? With my
It
proficiency in Arcana?
varies.
Okay.
Like your proficiency in Arcana. What's your passive?
I have a high intelligence. 1 second. My passive is 16.
16. That's sufficient for what little you would know about this. Is what you would know is that it's difficult to get to most planes of oblivion. Like you have to have a complex ritual in a specific thin spot to walk planes of oblivion. This was easy.
Okay.
Very easy. You were just
Taliesin.
basically thrown off course, so you don't know what to think about that.
I explained that to Thribby. And as a reference, you know how Glarior has his book that he can use to commune with his god, and how the rest of them, not Daedric, mind you, can commune with the divines through their like whatever they have, like how Gaston did with his staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine that, but on like a Titanic scale, and you can only do it in a very specific spot to cross over. But this is a bit different, and
So are
I
we
would.
looking for a big door or a small door?
That's the thing.
There's
I'm actually not quite sure.
someone may have answers though.
I mean, depending for following this fucking thing, we might actually get more answers instead of asking questions, you know. So just gotta wait and see.
I mean, I'm walking and talking. I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that.
Sorry. It's just like, well, I mean, like it's I don't know. It's too quiet. I just thought that maybe if I like, other than following this light thing, we could be on the lookout or for something that might help. I don't know.
Well, from what we found, the best thing we're gonna be finding is one of two things. Either we're gonna somehow accidentally run into Falnir and die, or we're gonna run across a bunch of dead bodies. So, I don't think going on our own is the smartest plan. I think we should just follow this bead of light that Farron has somehow believed into following. He's like looking up at the sky. Man, I haven't heard the bastard's voice in some time. You think he's having a good old time with Cylinder, Caldron? He's looking back at
last.
looking back at the Malmer.
I'm not gonna say anything about Silnir here.
Bow chicka bow wow. Anyways, and as you guys talk, you eventually start noticing like a grayish black fog with red flecks in it starting to rise off the ground. And then soon you come to a forest of trees. Perception checks, everybody. I will put the request out.
Oh.
The assign tokens, select all. And where's perception? Right there. Request.
Hell yeah, Thribby.
I just want to say that's pretty cool. I didn't know we did that now.
I would say because of your danger sense, you notice it first. But it's not like the same feeling as when Manamarco is looming and watching his realm from all around. It's directed to in front of you. You take a look, taking a few steps forward in the little light, just kind of stopping and floating just outside the trees for a moment. Flash, flash, flash. There are skeletons and dead bodies hanging from these trees.
Oh. Forest
Welcome.
of blood.
To the
Oh.
forest of blood. And you watch as that little light shoots off down the path and into the forest to a stump in the distance.
You know, looking
Stealth
at
checks, or are you just straight walking in? Stealth checks is not to sneak, it's more of
I can
to try and be careful. Because you
I can
see
help us be more careful.
skeletons and bodies with ropes around their necks hanging from each of these trees.
Oh yeah,
Baron is
Talon.
just walking very slowly and carefully,
Wait.
almost like in a leisurely
You watch
stroll.
I
is
do want to
with
cast a
Taliesin
spell to help out.
as shadows bleed off the sword and around his feet and seem to soften his footsteps and guide him.
R.I.P.
Yo!
Yo,
R.I.P.
Alright.
rip
Clunk,
for
clunk.
you two.
I rolled a
Uh,
crit,
well-
it's fine.
Clunk, clunk.
Gaston did cast Pass Without a Trace.
No, I
Just
want to.
as huh?
Pass that choice that everyone gets +10. Everyone gets +10 to stealth
Everybody within the circle.
if they stay near me.
There are 3 people outside
Yeah.
the circle.
God damn it. Okay,
So
sorry.
Caldrin rolled a 10.
Clank, 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 clank.
Clank. You know, when those Imperial soldiers are around, they clink like a kitchen and gleam like fresh fallen snow.
Well, joke's on you, I'm Mammer.
It's even worse, you have the shine of the
I-
ocean on you, bro.
I'm imagining like
Stinky.
one of the skeletons just started fucking saying that. The Imperial thing.
No, as Caldrin walks, crunching down this fine bone powder path, who has a passive perception above 14?
Nope.
Yes.
Tiny.
I do. 17.
So Gaztin, Tiny, and Caldrin, right?
Yep.
Caldrin, you're first to notice it, because you're closest. Gentle glow in the eyes of the skeleton hanging next to you. This one right here.
Oh yeah.
His head slowly lifts and watches you.
Just a little wave.
You know, just a casual wave.
I'll probably
Just a casual wave.
Just fucking the skeleton like the Cowden's like, hi.
Just a casual
Oh.
wave.
Fuck.
Oh
Slowly,
joy.
your danger sense starts going off all around you from almost every single tree that has a skeleton on it, as
Tiny
they
just
all
shouts, "Run!"
slowly raise their heads and start watching you.
Can I pick up Gaston and I just say, "Everyone, run!"
Master won't like you away.
Well, are you gonna be a fucking snitch?
Taliesin starts sprinting.
Can I
Yeah.
pick-
Baron is like, just fucking booking it.
As they
Yeah.
slowly start to break their binds around their neck.
Oh.
You better run.
Oh, that's not the road.
Gaston's on Tiny's back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Eller will just be following.
Yeah, you
No.
3 down. Well, Glarier, I'm gonna move for. He's going to start booking it down the path. Do you still have control of Glarior, or
I do not. You did not give it back to me. Also, I
Okay,
don't know where he
give
is
me one
anyway,
sec.
so.
Yeah, I'll take care of that in a minute. Configure ownership. This is just in case a battle happens, though you guys are taking the cue quite nicely here.
Oh,
So,
I'm off the map.
whoops. You might not. Yeah, TJ, you might want to actually move or you're going to trigger combat. And Glarior starts heading down that path as
Wait,
they
oh,
continue to
it's that way, the
slowly
light's
start
that way.
waking up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, where's the path?
That way.
Jesus Christ, fellas.
Guys.
It's right in front of you.
Oh,
And
there
as you run and approach, and the skeletons start dropping out of the trees, you start feeling that presence again, Tiny, from all around. The little light floats into this necklace. Those of you with proficiency in religion, roll a religion check to see what it is. This is all happening at once as you're looking at the necklace on the stump. Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Oh no.
it's a very pretty necklace. The light went into it.
Like pretty.
Out
The light
of.
Can I try to
pretty.
grab it?
Gaston, if you want to grab it, go for it.
Wait.
Yeah, I will try to grab it.
Okay, you reach out and you grab it, and then all of a sudden, that
Wow.
feeling just stops. Tiny.
Yeah.
And you notice that the ground below you, it's not bodies, it's dirt.
Tiny looks down, very confused, and then stomps hard with one of his foot, almost testing it, like how you would a trapdoor. And he's like, Gaston, did you turn this into ground again? Very
And
stupid
as
question, but that's all he
Gaston
did.
moves with it, the 10-foot circle of ground, of brown dirt, moves with it.
Gaston, wait.
He's just enjoying that there's dirt under his feet again.
Yeah, the dirt, where it once was surrounding the stump in a 10-foot radius, moves with Gaston as he picks it up and steps away. So it's like a 10-foot radius around Gaston right now.
Okay, the soundtrack is getting me
See.
again.
The soundtrack?
Yeah, it keeps resetting the volume, so it's super loud.
Oh, that's weird. It's never done that for me.
Yeah, it's being a little silly. I'm gonna have a Farron just run up to a Gaston.
10. Okay.
I just go and climb on Tiny's shoulder if it follows me around.
So I use the auras mod to show where this radius of dirt is. Caldron, you can still feel Manamarco looking. Naughty, naughty. Do you step into the circle of light? Caldron. You step in, it's gone. This light, whatever it is protecting you from Manamarco's gaze.
Okay, that's a bit fucking weird.
Gaston, you're brilliant.
Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth and just keep going.
I took Aaron's advice and grab things.
I didn't say that, but whatever, it worked out.
You can see the skeletons further down through bits of fog. The reason why I limited your vision is it's supposed to be the fog getting in the way, but occasional breaks in the fog, you can now see that the skeletons are wandering aimlessly looking for you. They don't know where you are.
All right,
I
Gaston.
made a battle map that we're not using. Cool.
Ah!
All right.
Hey, I have a player question.
Yeah.
Could we still trigger con? And if we do we get
Not
extra
anymore. Not
experience
unless
points?
you Not unless you run away from the party.
Fucking.
Oh,
Doom
it would
your
be
party.
extra experience points, right?
Can we
Like,
get extra
would...
experience points if we actually fight people? Is this a video game?
No. No,
Fucking
you don't
TJ.
get extra experience points for spawn camping, okay?
Oh my god! Level up, let's go!
Bro, we gotta put the torches around like the tops of the trees so that the monsters don't spawn.
Yeah.
Korean, I wonder if that's the way we could get Marco to kick us out, if we just keep spawn camping in skeletons.
I don't think that's gonna bother him very much. He likes killing people, okay?
All right, you're out of my Call of Duty lobby, okay?
Get out of my Call of Duty lobby, damn it.
Tiny would point in the direction where he accidentally went and be like, I thought I saw the path continue off that way if we want to try. Maybe there's more of these things, whatever they are.
You can continue on, but Gazten, you can hear, all of you within this bubble hear a woman's voice. Go to Necrosite. One of mine are there.
Where the fuck is that?
She sounds a lot closer this time.
Who the fuck are you?
And in that moment, because of your Daedra worship, Farron, as you look at this necklace in his hand, roll religion at advantage.
Okay.
Purely because you're a Daedra worshiper.
Buggies.
Could I have Glarior roll for that too?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, both at the same fucking time. Farron and Glarior get it. Both looking at it. Farron, you say it first. This is the opal charm. A relic of Meridia.
Maria.
Taliesin
Meridia,
blinks.
yeah, whatever. Tomato.
I'm sorry, what?
It's Meridia's. The voice I heard. It's her.
You're telling me that fucking Meridia is on the Necromancer's Moon.
Her followers is. Most likely.
Hey, Gaz. Could I look at that real quick?
It doesn't matter who carries it, just don't let go of it.
I won't. Trust me. This is probably something I need to be looking for anyway.
Why do you need to be looking for it?
Nocturnal wants to know where the fuck Meridia's been.
Oh, well, let's... he just points down with Gaston on his shoulder then. It's like, well, let's continue this way then.
I thought... Didn't you say that?
You guys can continue on. A voice telling you, Necrosite is north. One of mine is there. Follow the path north.
Taliesin just points. Yeah, that's
he jumps
north.
off his shoulder and let's go. Let's go north.
Yeah.
We shouldn't waste any time. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
It is a very creepy forest.
Whatever. It says north. Pretty sure I'll get more answers that way, and he will actually start leading, since for some reason he knows where north is.
Yeah. You keen mind man. Even on a Daedric plane, you know where it is.
Baron is right behind. He's on a mission.
Are we close enough to this green stuff? Whatever this green stuff is?
Oh my god, no.
Here we go. You are currently walking next to this ocean of blood in a little bay. Please don't fucking eat it.
I'm not gonna eat it. I wanna swim and
You're gonna
drink
sample it?
Oh, God.
It's a fine sample of a fine wine.
Gonna poke at it?
Can I? I wanna get one of my good berries and like dip it in like a sauce and then like eat it.
No, it's Gaston, no.
Okay. Keep in mind it only does like its base healing. It doesn't add the +2 or 3 on.
Okay.
Can
we all see this?
I have a life cleric. I'm a life cleric, right? So I can still heal.
That is true. Go ahead and dip it.
Do I have to roll something to be able to catch this before he does it?
Yeah, I want
And then
to try to smack out of his hand.
Yeah.
As he goes to dip it in, lifts it to his mouth, roll acrobatics check, you two, to stop him.
Can I
Can
roll an
do
attack
like
roll
a
instead?
con save?
No.
Hell yeah.
I want to shoot it out of his
I
hand
do
with an Eldritch
wanna.
Blast.
I want to use my
It's
ability
small. You shoot it out of his
called
hand.
Cosmic
You're gonna shoot
Omen.
his hand.
No, I want to use Cosmic Omen
Oh,
to try to.
no. Okay. Which one did you roll today, wheel or woe?
Whoa!
Okay. Who are you using
I
it
know it's
on?
probably not gonna work, but I do want to use it on this, and then I want to try to like stop him from doing that, just like shove it in my mouth.
You have
Okay.
3 people. I think you
Minus
can
Oh
use it
no!
on
So it
one.
only been against. So it's still a 23. So
I would say Baron successfully, just as you get it to your mouth, slaps it out of your hand, and it just
Knock
squish,
it off.
squish, squish, squish.
For fuck's sake! You've done this before. Why would you do it again?
This isn't
I
a
survived
grand
last
tour
time.
of Man and Marco's funhouse. We're in his goddamn plane of oblivion.
Yeah,
But
you did it. You
last
survived
time I
last time. I don't
experienced
think you
it.
would survive this time, mate.
Bit more
We should test it.
concentrated.
No! Stop
Oh.
it! Fuck's sake.
Be quiet. Don't touch anything.
May or may
The
not be
last
my fault
goddamn
because
time.
I told him last night while I was playing Destiny 2 and talking to him over voice that everybody guessed he would do it. I may have instigated this.
Tiny just looks at Gas and is like,
I
if
probably would have anyway, honestly.
Tiny just looks at Gas and is like, if you really want to put it in a bottle, save it for when we're not here.
Oh
Great
my
idea.
God.
And he kind of takes a good berry and he kind of covers it up and then puts it in his back.
For fuck's sake. I
I-
would
he's
prefer
really
not
drawn, and he's
fighting
like,
you. I would.
tried.
I would prefer not having you come back as a fucking undead if you're Arcade's champion, Gadsden.
How are you lot the ones to save me?
Is that the necklace talking?
Gaston.
I wonder that every goddamn day of my life.
Tiny just answers, we help each other do things that we can't do by ourselves. I don't know.
That's myself every day, Meridia.
Are you
Just
Meridian?
walk.
What Fern just
Yes,
said.
I
Oh.
am.
Oh, hey.
Nice to have a god number 2 in my head.
Prince.
Seeing
Yes.
as you lot are stupid, I will spell it out for you. Go to Necrosite. One of my Dremora is there disguised.
Oh.
We're on
Yeah,
our
you
way,
definitely
mistress.
sound like a Daedric prince.
Thank you. That helps.
Just move.
Tiny
Fern is already
continues
walking
on.
again.
And eventually you do get through the forest, and another hour north, it is starting to get pretty late. It is about almost 8 p.m.
It's already pretty late. Should we keep going or should we stop for a sec?
If you stop and rest, you all need to stay within that bubble, or else he's gonna, because he's probably beginning to look for you now that you vanished from his view.
Pile.
What was that? You kind of cut out there.
He's like, cuddle pile.
Oh,
Cuddle pile.
oh
Cuddle
God.
puddle!
Dear
Glarier on the
Lord.
bottom.
No, he's on
Where
top
he
of Cauldron.
Oh, damn.
Just squish, Glarier. Squish, 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 squish.
Yes. Glarier has to deal with contact with
It-
everybody.
In the wise words of Nox, ah!
But I mean, Tiny will look to Allison as he's saying it's late. He's like, I mean, sure, if no, I guess the entire time Tiny's danger sense hasn't triggered once yet, right?
Not while in this bubble of light.
Okay, so Tiny will relay that, saying that since we've had this, I have not felt immediate danger. I think we would be fine resting as long as we're all still within sight it. Can he try something and just what happens if he sticks a finger outside like the range.
You can if you so wish.
You're testing the water.
Yeah.
Is it
that
hot
the
or is it
more-
cold?
this is-
Is it
Your
hot?
body,
I could
you're
still eat
cold,
the
your yes
open
and your
and not get
no.
seen, but you're just gonna stick your
Jesus
You
Christ.
can if you so wish.
Tiny.
Nope. Never mind. Tiny's not inquisitive enough. He just is like, no.
But
Farron
what if?
looks like he wants to just keep going, but he'll like reluctantly stop when everyone else does.
I mean, we can't walk. We're not like Taliesin. We can't just walk through the night endlessly. We're gonna need to rest at some point. We might as well do it routinely.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just built different.
Yes, you are. And he gives you a smile.
It's not like I can bloody
I'm
rest
different.
anyway. Why does it matter?
I'm different.
Technically, Taliesin is just a sugar baby different, but you know.
Tiny's like, I don't mind taking first watch if
I'm taking watch.
if we want to actually go. And he just finds like a tree and just points off and is like, we can go rest up against that tree over there.
Just
But
as a
if
warning, I can keep him from seeing where you are, but I cannot protect your minds from his invasion. Do not think of where you are.
I think I have a DM question. If we just continue, do we suffer exhaustion, or can we take a short rest?
Yep. In fact, speaking of which, there's a few new implementations. I forgot to activate it.
Oh God.
So we are switching over to the 1 D&D exhaustion rules.
Hmm?
So how that works is there's 10 levels of exhaustion, and each additional level does -1 to all D20 rolls. And at the 11th level, you fucking die. But
Oh.
this
Oh, yeah.
allows it to be played with more for story purposes and just allow you a little bit more leeway in seeing as a lot of the Daedric artifacts do have curses that play with that feature. It allows me to play with it a little bit more freely. On top of that, I'm kind of doing a semi-sanity thing.
Mm.
So you're each going. I have it listed in my personal file. Because there's like for what I'm going for, there's not really a thing in place in the coding of this virtual tabletop for it, but there will be 5 levels of sanity, and I will have you roll wisdom saving throws after you suffer some of Mana Marco's torture, and these sanity rolls will allow him to slowly break you down and try to break through to find you. That's about it. He can't find you now, but if your sanity hits 5, you will suffer in the next encounter. Your first 2 attack rolls will be at disadvantage, and on top of that, he will be able to try and find you regularly, even inside the bubble.
Interesting.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm
This
excited.
is just this is just my own little take on it because I don't like 5e's sanity and heroism sort of thing. I think it's a little obfuscated and weird.
I am now imagining everybody as a Darkest Dungeon sprite.
Mm-hmm.
It is now Fear and Hunger.
Oh no!
Funnily enough, I do have Darkest Dungeon music on here.
Yes.
I love Darkest Dungeon. It is such a good game. And just the animation, just the impact is just delicious. Anyways, so there's that. I have your names written in the file for this little arc, and I will tick 1. I would say currently, Farron has 1 point in the loss of sanity.
I'll take 1.2 since I underwent the torture.
All right.
Insanity Brothers.
This is strictly for the Necromancer's Moon, though.
Yeah. I think that's makes sense.
All right.
So,
Shucks. Don't threaten us with a good time.
Taliesin will look to Thribby after hearing what Meridia said. You know I can just do it, right? I don't need to sleep. Rest of you can sleep. Saves all the trouble.
Could I do like a split then, like a 4-hour, like instead of doing like just like a longer time, just do like a 4-hour sleep and then 4 hours on watch again?
No, you have the rules of rest is 2 hours of light activity, 6 hours of sleep. You do any more of light activity and take any more sleep away from that, you do get a point of exhaustion. Granted, seeing as we're doing the 1 D&D version, you do have more leeway.
To also elaborate on why I don't need to sleep, this is why.
Yeah, on that note, when you say that, Meridia speaks up. My everlasting light drowns out nocturnal's darkness. You will need to sleep.
Just glares at the amulet.
It's like, you fucking bitch!
Now you know how it feels.
Well, it's fine. I mean, we can
You're
do.
not getting out of my sanity break mechanic that easily, mister.
Tiny's like, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, so I mean, if this case you need to sleep too, that's fine. You are
I'll
getting
take
some
first
bags under you
watch.
guys. I guess Tiny will join you.
Join me or don't, it doesn't matter.
I'll take second watch. I'll do the second one.
Okay.
I'll do second watch too.
Okay, so we have Farron on first. Anybody else join Farron on first?
It's tiny.
Tiny? Okay. First watch. Farron and Tiny. Second, Gazton and Taliesin. And third watch will be who? Alira and Caldron?
And Gloriarda sleeps like a baby.
Yeah, he just sleeps holding his black book. Sucking his thumb.
Honk shoe.
I don't know. He looks like a honk Mimi kind of guy.
Aw. I like how you tried to avoid my insanity mechanic.
Man, fuck Meridia. All my homies hate Meridia.
All the
I kinda
cool
love her
homies.
right now.
Yeah. Hey, look at it this way. She's actually protecting you, so it's a very minor cost for that, you know?
It's fine. It's part of my side quest anyway.
Glare seems like somebody to go like halfway through the night, just start throwing punches at anybody close by.
Okay, so you guys, I will say, probably head off toward this spine of mountains
Sure.
to kind of huddle into against the rock to kind of keep away from the roads. And what I need to start is I'll have the sanity checks rolled at the end of rest, but there will be a separate check for particular individuals who may or may not get nightmares.
Oh joy. Looking at Caldron.
Yeah. Nope, Caldron and you already got your turn.
Oh man.
Oh hey, it's the one for everyone, not picking on anybody mentality.
Yeah, everybody gets a turn at trauma. So, as you guys settle down, Farron and Tiny, I need perception checks to be rolled as you watch out for followers of Manamarco physically searching for you. Tiny, yeah, it's fine. We're fine. We're nestled up against rocks. It's okay.
Alright. Perception.
Oh boy.
Almost
Okay.
a 20. Jesus.
roll some physical die.
Fear
Fear.
and hunger.
God damn it,
even.
bad luck strikes again.
Where's my D100? There we are. Get
Just
ready to
the-
hear heavy metal thunks.
Online DM rolling real dice real?
I do it for particular things to keep it like underneath the radar. I've been doing it off and on. Okay.
Baron is too busy seething with rage to notice anything.
Tiny tries to take a bite out of his ration inside the circle to see if it's fine or if it turns into worms.
Turns into worms.
He spits it out. It's like, God fuck, damn it.
I am sorry. There is some effects I cannot stop if I am to protect you from his gaze in his realm.
Oh no, you're fine, Maroon. I didn't mean to yell at you. It was more of a just I thought maybe.
Don't worry, Tiny. We'll make Cylinder eat worms soon enough.
He would probably like it.
Well, he's gonna be dead, so
Well, he thinks he's undead and not that it's gonna happen to him.
Tiny,
Yes.
you're annoying me.
Sorry.
He goes back to being silent.
You guys stare out up and down the road, north to the south, and all around. You don't see anything. Your watch passes.
Man, I'm sorry. He's being mean.
He's been through a hard time, okay?
No, he gets it. That he's just like, okay, yep. Accidentally pushed that button.
And after your watch concludes, it is time for Taliesin and Gazton.
Tiny will just walk over and then like gently call out to them. Is like, hey, Tal, Gaz, Taliesin, Gazden.
Yes, I'm awake.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Food and water still not a thing. Don't try to eat them.
Figured.
Oh, I cast Goodberry and then give him Goodberry.
You gonna try and eat a good berry?
Talons
to
I
Megas.
cast a whole new. No, I'm gonna just waste the spell slot.
Turns to Megas. That's kind of why I was hoping you would eat that one good berry. Because
Tiny
then,
tr-
yeah.
Oh wait. Sorry, I'm gonna. Wait, did I get a long rest then? Sorry, is that like a separate question?
You will get a long rest at the end of the long rest.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah. It's not quite the end of long rest. We're on second watch.
Okay, cool.
I need
Let's go.
Gazton and Taliesin to roll perception checks for me.
Can I just
Can I cast guidance on myself?
can I just give him assistance because I'm +0 on that?
No, this has to be separate because you're both using your own separate eyes.
Man,
Sorry.
all of my there. That's
You
accurate.
cannot look through your friend's eyes. It's a thing, okay?
I'm just gonna say Taliesin. As soon as they get on watch, he's not even looking. He's just reading his book.
Taliesin, you're too distracted. You're trying to keep from thinking about where you are. Gazton, as of right now, you can see a couple skeletons marching down in the distance. But when they walk on the road past you, they don't seem to notice you. And they continue on.
I think while we're waiting, I think he wanted to try something.
Okay.
You have a spell. Oh, do I not have it?
Or better yet, do you not have it prepared?
Oh, I do have it. Okay. I do want to cast a spell on Taliesin since he's just not paying attention and see what happens.
Okay. What are you casting?
I want to cast Protection from Evil and Good
Okay.
on Taliesin.
Get a flash of energy on you.
I look at him. It's like, oh, did that do anything?
That depends. What did you do to me? And he's like side-eyeing you.
I was trying to protect you from Mana Marco, but I don't believe it did anything better than what Meridia gave us.
Do I feel anything, Soul?
You do feel about the same, a little bit more of about what Meridia is doing. She's essentially doing like a Daedric Prince version of that spell.
Well,
Extremely concentrated and blocking his sight completely from you.
well, it's not on the same power as a fragment of a Daedric Prince. I would say that I do feel extra layers of protection. You could even say that I feel the lovely hands of Arcade grazing my form. And he's like being very, very facetious as he says this, but he does give him a smile.
Can I insight check him?
Sure. Why not?
Like how sarcastic facetious he's. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, you think he's being quite honest, actually. This is very nice of him.
He just gives you his
I
signature
give him a
charming
really
grin.
deep hug, a really long hug. I was like, thank you.
He will hug you back.
You would never lie to me, Taliesin. And I just go back to me.
No, no, I would not. Not to you, anyway.
TJ, knowing that you've lied to him multiple times.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
He just happily like swings his feet and just keeps watch.
And your watch goes without incident, other than seeing that skeleton pass. And next up, as you two lay down to sleep, Alira and Caldrin, you take your watch. Go ahead and roll your perception checks, you two. Prim, you alive? I need to stop asking that. She's been dead for years.
I just haunt this voice chat every Wednesday.
You're a revenant. It makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So you both are keeping your eyes on the roads after being told that skeletons had marched past looking for you. And during this, while you guys are watching the roads, let's see, who do I have marked? Tiny and Gazton. Roll a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Should have casted that in your
Oh,
protection of good and
boy.
evil on yourself, stupid.
Am I gonna get? Oh wow.
18 and 15, and you both are sleeping, but You're gonna join me anyway, because you definitely didn't beat his DC.
Oh damn! I was gonna say if I saved it's because of
Yeah.
Talison's like really good friendship. Just like oh.
Nope.
Hello. I am
Just
going to be
look
staying
at us,
silent
though.
while the chat
Yeah,
watches.
he will. Yeah, he'll be staying silent so the chat can watch. And
Okay.
as you guys settle in and drift off to sleep, at first for Tiny, it seems quite peaceful. And then as soon as Gazton falls asleep, you feel something enter your mind. You feel yourself pulled into a throne room. Black marble. There are skeletons lining the floor and hanging from the ceilings. A soft glowing blue light from grates along the side, and sitting on a throne at the far end, Manamarco. I'm glad you can finally join us, little one. And he's looking at you, Gaston.
Are we in the same room, or is it just mirroring images?
Yes, you both are in the same dream.
Oh,
Just kinda
Tiny
wave and say,
immediately steps in front of
hello.
Gaston.
Oh, you think that's going to help you here? I joined your minds in a dream.
And it's a thought that
He
counts.
flicks his fingers and you move off to the side.
He tries to resist it.
You cannot.
Gazden pinches himself just to make sure.
You are not physically here. You cannot resist me.
It's my
Where
dream.
are you and how are you avoiding my sights? No answer, hmm?
Oh, there's that spell, protection from evil and good. I kind of just use that.
You
I
think
guess it worked.
does Gaston actually believe that, or is he trying to deceive
Yeah,
you?
I think he fully.
Okay.
He thinks like because Taliesin was like, "Oh, thank you," and he was like, "Yeah, see,
You
great."
think that pathetic spell, that pathetic restoration spell, can stop a Daedric prince from seeing in his own realm?
Yes.
Well,
He
even if
points
not
to
once
you,
before.
and you drop to your knees and start puking up maggots. I did not ask you. I had enough from you and your dullard comments.
What does dullard mean?
You can't talk. You're puking up
Okay.
maggots.
He just asked that. What is
Yeah. What does dullard mean? I'm just, yeah.
incredible?
I am going to give you warning. And a promise. I will find you in your group. And when I do, you better be back in that house. Because if you don't, and he looks to you, Gaston, and points to the ceiling.
What's on the ceiling? He's gonna look up. Like, what's on the ceiling?
You see your clan members and your parents and your sister hanging from the ceiling.
I think he.
And their bodies are like split hot dog style and hanging from chains and staring down at you with horror on their face. Do you want that to actually happen to them? Well, your parents and your sister may be a little bit easier than the others.
I think he will break down. Um, and then he just was like, "If I
So
tell you where we're
enjoyable
going,
to
will you stop?"
No, Gaz, as he's choking on
Yes.
worms.
Yeah, you managed to like get enough words out to beg Gaston to not say anything. Yes, actually. You can insight check that, Gaston.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he's also insight checking if like this is possible or not. Which I think in his gut he thinks it is.
I think you would be able to get the sense that Hamburger hot dog. I think you would get the sense that the bodies from above you is probably made to look like your family.
Okay.
He's the god of undeath, so he can make the dead look like how he wants them to look like. Insight check 24. Oh my god. You matched. He's lying to
That
you.
mean
He will
okay.
not be gentle with you, whether you tell him or not. You get the
Okay.
sense he is going to make you suffer no matter what.
I think he's already crying and breaking down. Let's make a deal.
Of course. He's lying.
I will take any kind of all of their pain, my new family, and I will stay here. Let them go.
None of you are leaving this place, and I will do whatever I want with you. You are now subjects of my realm. That deal will not work for me, for every last one of you oppose me purely by the efforts of an Elder Scroll. I will come out the winner in this prophecy, not you. Where are you? That time he was telling the truth. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants with you.
Can I
The
like dream
Gavin
about
just. Oh, sorry. Go.
And
Go.
at that, the eyes of your split sister, the split is kind of like from the right shoulder diagonally down and stops around the belly button, drops down to the ground and stands up, eyes glowing.
Oh.
Brother, help. By now, you've stopped puking maggots.
I was gonna say, can I like, if this feels like a dream, like force of will to change the dream to what I want?
You can't force this dream to be what you want because he's a Daedric prince enforcing his power into your mind. But you can try to pull out of the dream.
Instead pulling out, I want to try to push Gazton out and like try to just like wake him up. Like I don't know if that's a thing, like theoretically.
As a note, who's doing watch right now? Alira and
Caldron.
Caldron.
Cauldron.
Give me a sec.
I mean, he knows like dreams would be like how you'd pinch yourself to be awake, but he kind of just is hoping the shock, like maybe he would just punch Gazton in the stomach to like try to like send him out, like and like pinching him to wake him up, but instead like hoping the shock would send him back.
Yeah, give me a hot minute. I'm letting them know in chat.
Okay.
So what will it be? Okay.
You just see him go.
Okay, request a roll from Alira.
Would it be
Oh, what's
just
so
an armor strike?
funny? Yeah, just a straight unarmed strike. Let's see. Strength check. Quest.
+4? 1d20 +4?
No, I'm
It may
requesting
not
it
be
over.
me, but someone will make you burn.
You don't feel anything yet, you guys.
Can I try to punch Gadsden to wake him up?
No, you are also asleep. You both are not in the physical.
Well, I
here.
mean, like because we're in the same dream. Can I use my
Yeah,
dream
but you're
stuff?
you're both not physically there.
I'm thinking like a psychic blast, but okay, never mind. Tiny's just is
I
confused.
just kind of,
He doesn't know how to move his body.
I've accepted the pain I've caused. Accepted my wrongs.
I think it's hilarious you think that you are responsible for that. What's your both of your ACs?
-16.
16 as well.
16 as well. I'm gonna roll a D2. You're a 1, Gaston.
Yep.
And as he's talking, you're snapped awake.
Okay.
Seeing Gadsden finally disappear,
What?
Tiny just smiles.
That should not be possible. Then boom, you were snapped awake.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Alira, you see them twitching in their sleep, and you see Gaston starting to, like, tears starting to form in his sleep and him starting to shake. You immediately, while on watch, jump to it, and you're like shaking and worried, and you go to shake his shoulders, Gaston's shoulders first, and that didn't work. So you slap him, and he shocks awake, and then you go and do that to Tiny, and he shocks awake.
And he does the like
Um,
90-degree up.
I think Gazda wakes up just maniacally laughing.
You were sobbing.
Just crying and laughing and just.
Tiny reaches over and puts a hand on Gadsden's shoulder.
Oh, it's so funny.
As soon as Ty does it, he just collapses and just starts fully sobbing and stop crying.
Yeah,
Like,
and
stop
this will
laughing.
be about the end of watch.
Hey, movie.
I was in the middle of drinking something. Hello? Come on.
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry,
Oh.
I'm too funny to handle.
Tiny just looks at Alira and mouths the words "thank you."
Yeah, I think Galera would just hug Gaston, mouth back like, what happened?
You
Nightmares, and apparently we can have them together.
Together.
Farron rises from his burrito.
Yeah. Me and Gadsden were paid a visit by you know who. Is it a? And then Tiny thinks like, is it a bad thing to be saying their name in this place?
Does he say that out loud?
Yeah.
Talzin's just still rubbing his eyes. It doesn't fucking matter. We're protected by this one right here. And he points at the amulet, whoever was holding on to it.
Farron is
Well-
just like right to Tiny. What did he do? Are you okay?
He just like takes a big deep breath in and just like spits, like just keeps spitting to his side, and he's just like, I've been better.
Let me-
Guys, and he just like has his face. He's like, shitty taste in my mouth.
Let me guess. Maggots.
Yeah, that seems to be his trick or thing, I guess.
Well,
Farron then moves to check on Gaston.
Talzin shares a knowing look with Caldron.
In between sobs, all he can says is like, "My little sister," just over and over.
If you're giving me that look about the maggots, you never actually woke me up with those.
And therein lies the difference. While in this bubble, you can actually be woken from these dreams.
Farron is just like listening to Gaston's ramblings, trying to get
Hello.
an idea what's going on.
Dude. Hey, there he is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello,
Welcome
Nox.
to the House of Horrors episode.
I'm scared.
It's okay, it didn't happen to you.
Don't worry, you're coming soon.
Yet.
Yet, yeah.
Gazin
to
apparently took your place. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
trading Bosmers real quick.
yoink.
So to
Yoink is
refresh, Mana Marco visited us in the quote-unquote morning. Like he was physically at the house, and then after he like taunted us, more so Farron, Talzin explained basically the shit that he and Farron saw last session at the end, and then we went to go actually look at it. By that meaning Gaston went to go look at it after he basically explained where he's been and apologized and all that. Excuse me. And we went to go look at it. We figured out that the light is in fact Meridia.
Or a piece of her opal charm.
Yes. And that light guided us to some woods where we avoided combat with a bunch of skeletons. And now we are in a 10-foot bubble in the opal charm that Meridia is talking to through us to. And we are basically in a extremely powerful version of protection from evil and good, where Mana Marco can't watch us, but he can enter our dreams. So, also there's a soul said that we're doing instead of doing the normal exhaustion rules, we're doing the D&D 1 rule exhaustion, as well as having a custom rule for insanity. If you want to re-explain that.
So we're switching. There is like no actual thing in this tabletop to switch to 1D&D's exhaustion rules. So I will create a resource on each of your pages to allow for exhaustion rules. But also this sanity rule is every morning you will roll a sanity check. And there are 5 levels of it, and when you hit to 5, things will happen. He might be able to locate you. You guys will possibly suffer exhaustion and various other effects I don't want to spoil. So it's not bad, and it'll only happen on the Necromancer's Moon because Mana Marco is really trying to dig into your brains.
Yes.
Cool.
She said there's about 5 levels, and Talzin and Farron currently are at 1 level. Everyone else is at 0, I think.
Yeah, everyone else is at 0.
Is that before or after this morning?
You will be rolling your sanity check here in a minute.
Okay.
Yes. On the story bits, Meridia said that we're going to Necrosite in order to find a follower of hers, which is a Dremora of hers that is hidden in disguise. And in funny story bits, Gaston, of course, tried to taste the acrid, bloody ocean.
We figured he would.
Yes.
Not for lack of trying.
He dipped a good berry into it like ketchup.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Delicioso.
Major delicioso.
It looked like it had a good viscosity. Yeah, could be good.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It's like fucking dip at the party.
Dippin'
Yeah, no one
Dots.
likes watery ketchup.
Yeah, it's nice thick ketchup. Perfect.
Yeah, ketchup.
It's his own version of Dippin' Dots.
Totally. Delicious.
What else did I have written down?
Oh, and then Gazin almost gave away our whole plan, but then he matched insight check with deception of the god.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that
Yes.
just happened.
Yeah,
That's
that
new to
Yeah.
happened too. I was a little surprised by that.
I was like, damn.
Because I was
Character
like,
development.
spare my family, and I'm like, wait, he's lying. Never mind.
Nope, he's fucking
know what,
lying to you.
You a fucking faker.
Why you faking, man? That's so fucking rude.
Friend.
Major cringe.
You're the fake hedgehog around here.
Yeah. Make eat those.
I'll make you eat those words.
But yeah, and we don't have access to our patron/gods. We have like a very thin connection, but not our sustaining
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah,
Concerning.
a little concerning.
Also, Farron is fucking pissed.
Yeah, I would be too. Anyways, I need everybody. And I mean, hold on, I'll just request it. Select all. And wisdom saving throw.
Is this normal?
Yep.
Damn, I was hoping to go insaner.
My character also has a headache.
Wow. Okay, so the people that gain a sanity point are Caldron, Tiny, and Taliesin. On top of that, when you fail a sanity check, you gain a point of exhaustion.
Fuck!
Never mind, I don't want that.
I just got unexhausted, son of a bitch!
We're using 1 D&D rules this time, so you get only a -1 to all D20 rolls.
I think Tiny would mention, for someone who seems to care about a lot of manners, it seems to only be one way. Manners is supposed to be both ways.
Dude, 3B, that's the entire fucking point. He's being a hypocrite.
The man is literally insane. Look at his room.
I don't know, someone might think this looks nice.
No,
Yes, him.
no sane person would think this is nice, 3B.
He kind of thinks
and
to
his-
like how the companions have like skulls mounted everywhere.
Him and his
Just like,
fetching boy toy,
like-
that is.
Okay.
Can I try to insight check to see if he's thinking of the companions? Please.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Aaron doesn't know what that is.
Joy. So that'd be 8 minus 1.
9 minus 1.
Oh
I guess meets it beats it? I don't know.
no. Okay, I think everybody now has on your resource bar exhaustion and sanity. Do go ahead and fill those out accordingly. And they will not. Exhaustion will go away, but I could not check long rest, or else it'll erase them all on a long rest. So you got to take it down one by one on a long rest.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be Taliesin, Thribby,
Caldron.
and Caldron, who lose a sanity point. And get 1 point of exhaustion each because of, like, the way I'm picturing it is, if you didn't get the nightmare, you're just like constantly on edge and you just sleeping lightly and waking up, looking around, going back to sleep, that sort of thing. You're just not getting ultra restful sleep because you're on constant edge thinking you hear something or see something.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
just
does
have a-
Gasm get a sanity point? Like, does he gain? I guess he...
No, you passed it. It's currently at
Right.
10. The DC is currently at 10.
Okay. You say
It may
currently like
incre-
it's gonna go up. It's not.
Possibly? It depends. It depends on some choices, but you guys do all pack up and you guys gotta... Here's the thing, Nox. You gotta stay within the radius of this effect. You step outside, he'll be able to find you again.
Sweet.
And you guys set off again toward the north.
Yeah, Farron is just on a mission. He's not slowing down for anything unless whoever is holding the thing slows down, I guess.
And Talzin is guiding because keen mind be like that, I guess.
And as you guys get to this point, you can see like a patrol of giant bone-like creatures and skeletons and zombies. Do you want to continue on the road or take off the road and head directly toward Necrosite that you could see in the distance?
Can we, like, walk around the creatures?
You could, but you would be taking a risk getting near them. Because he can see through
that's
his
true.
creations.
So,
You've learned that with the whole body that looks like Farron's mom.
right. I think he would guide the path that would be, like, safest.
Farron just wants to cut right through.
So it's like, so we don't end up tripping the alarms, so to speak.
Okay.
Also, I want to roll an Arcana check on the big skeleton thing.
Okay, Arcana check.
Man. Oh, minus 1,
14?
that's 13.
It's clearly undead.
Awesome.
Wow, that is so cool. It's undead.
The fuck is that thing? He's like pointing at the Goliath skeleton thing.
Can I look
Seems
at
to have 3. Yeah, sure. Seems to have 3 heads on it.
Three
He pointed out
heads.
to the group.
Yeah, he does.
Disgusting.
What do I roll for it?
Arcana.
Okay. I have shit Arcana.
Minus 1.
Yeah, minus
So
1,
that's
so
14.
Yeah, 14. And 12. Still about the same. Okay, Glarior. Glarior just is like, that's a bone colossus, you idiots.
So Taliesin asks, like, what is it?
Yeah, he said, what
Right.
the fuck is that thing?
It is a bone colossus. What does it look like?
He just stares down at Glarior.
It stares back at him.
I don't know, that's why I asked.
Well, now you know.
I don't care what it is, it either kill or move passages.
Well, it doesn't look like it'd be wise to fight, so let's move on, eh?
Fine.
If we're going to try to sneak by, should I just take off the armor?
That would,
Well, you could go off-road if you so want.
taking off
Fair
the
enough.
armor would already waste a bit of time. We could
Time
go
going
off-road. Just do that. It would take a little more time, but we would get there a bit safer that way.
Maybe.
If it avoids his men, it could be worth it.
Tiny agrees. He's like, whatever you think the safest option is, I'll follow.
With the majority rule, Taliesin will start guiding them off-road to avoid the creatures.
Finally.
Just need to take some notes here real quick. So, elevator music.
Ominous elevator music.
Yeah, just what's currently playing? Sure, why not? Sorry, you go ahead and RP amongst yourselves while I take these notes.
Taliesin will look towards Gaztin. Oi, Gaz, you feeling all right? I don't know if TJ's here.
I think chat says he's AFK.
Man, what a
Man, wow.
why
Wow.
every time I RP with fucking TJ.
It's like he
The
can
curse
tell, and he just
continues.
disappears.
The one Bosmer doesn't like me, I Sealy. The other one doesn't like me, oh Sealy.
And the other one just, leaves.
Yeah.
I guess a question for earlier then, I mean, just rewinding time back to the same conversation Tiny had with Taliesin. He was also going to ask Glarier about, like, doors in and out of the Daedra. Oh, never mind, there's TJ's back.
Hello. Taliesin, while we're walking, because Soul is doing something to set up, he asked Gaztin's like, so you alright? What happened exactly, if I may pry a bit?
You're asking about the dream.
It was also in general, because you were gone for a wee bit.
How I've been.
Aye.
Okay. I'm
Plink
done
plonk.
taking my notes. Sorry. So,
Like, can you say that again, Kelsey?
He said yes. You're like, how have you been?
Oh, I feel prayer has helped a lot, and I've healed as many as people as I could every day while I was trying to figure out how I felt. I've come to the conclusion, and after last night, I still feel this way, that if we can spare them, we should.
Spare who? Right. Well, I don't mind the idea, it's very noble, but who are you referring to, Gaz?
Everyone.
Everyone, eh?
There's a way that we can end all of this conflict and save without completely destroying them. That would be best. If not for protection of everyone, at least for our souls.
He, blinks at that. And you saying that you would spare the one that put you under that spell in the first place, that made you do terrible things?
Yes, even him. And you kind of look down at his hand, and he's been gripping his knuckles so hard that his nails have been going into his palm. He's bleeding. Just shaking, like an Arthur meme.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I
However,
suppose. Hmm?
I will not override the group's decision, and I will do my best to pray for all of your souls as well.
Wow, that sounded kind of fucked up and ominous. Like, I will pray for your souls. Kind of like how like a homophobe would like to a person who's gay. I will pray for your soul.
I will pray for you guys being quote unquote good.
Yeah.
You are all still my family, and I will stand by you till the end.
You just casually shove the hit list back into the bag of holding.
Just like, okay, don't let
Just-
him see this
Just
one.
just gonna put the Book of Shadows in there. It gets immediately popped out, and Hand of Nocturnal smacks Taliesin. It's like, no, that doesn't
I
go
will.
there.
Yeah, I will say, Gaston, you would clearly know by now with your communications with RK is that RK abhors undead. The whole reason that Molag Bal created vampires was to basically spit in the face of RK.
No,
And the
there's
life
different ways to
cycle.
save them.
No, there's no way
Everything
to save
how?
undead.
No, like I
Not
think
in
for
Elder
Desmond, like,
Scrolls.
saving doesn't always mean like keeping them alive. It could just mean burn them from existence.
Ooh, spooky.
Mm.
It's just like you're gonna burn in hell. This just in Gaston's just the I'm gonna pray for your soul homophobe.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I'm taking weird inspiration from places, but yeah, basically.
It's funny. It's
I
funny. No, it's
understood the
funny.
reference.
Yeah.
He would. Taliesin would look down to the bleeding hand. And he would like move closer to Gaston. Open your hand, mate, please.
He just opens it.
And as they're walking, he like starts to put a bandage over it. There are many ways of saving people. Saving them from themselves, even. But sometimes mercy is the incorrect option.
Oh no, I completely agree.
Oh? Well then. That's good to know. But it's... For what it's worth, though, it's... Even though you were forced to join us in this... place. I'm glad you're back, mate. Truly.
Anna Marco actually did me a favor. Saved me some time for looking for you all.
That he did. Did Privy a favor, too. He, you know that axe he's been looking for? I'm trying to rebuild?
Yes, the Wubba something? Wubba?
Wuthred.
Ubergrad?
Close enough. He gave him looks like the last pieces he needed to forge it. So we should be, if we do, no, not if, when we do make it back to Tamriel, I think that'll be our next stop, is to get Thrippy his vestige so we can properly stop all this nonsense.
I always thought he was more of a hammer and axe guy, but we can do, or hammer or sword guy. I didn't know who's next guy.
He's wielding an axe.
He's
I
He
know.
literally wields an
towels
axe.
and his towels and snorts. You impress me in so many ways, my friend. It's still jarring how many times you can still do it. Right, well, of course. If you need assistance in anything, just ask. Not on eating acrid blood, by the way.
It's just like he slowly puts down his hand.
That's what I thought.
Okay. By now you are getting closer to Necrosite, and you do see the city. There's no walls around it, but you do see the city. You are close. Stay hidden. They are looking for you. You cannot take them on. You approach Necrosite.
Yes.
Approach Necrosite.
Very carefully.
Very, very carefully. You are down here. You're not supposed to be that blind. What?
I can't see.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. I could have sworn I fixed it.
I can't see nothing.
I don't have dark vision.
Well, actually, there isn't. There's supposed to be vision, but fog exploration, global
DM, I
illumination,
have an
token
item
vision.
that allows me to have dark vision.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. You're overworld.
I'm joking.
You come up behind some buildings, behind a tree, on a slight rise in the quote unquote soil. What do you do?
That's a good question. I do want to know, what is the soil made out of?
Bone.
Okay.
Bone.
Like
if you
bone
zoom
meal?
in bone meal mixture. If you zoom
Oh.
in close enough, you can see skulls, whole bones.
But around our aura that we have, is it just dirt?
It's just dirt,
Oh.
just straight dirt. And when you step close to that tree, you see the calcified bone that's on the tree turn back to bark.
That's bloody peculiar. Didn't expect Meridia to be the one to actually bring life to things. No offense, of course. He looks down at the little gem.
None taken, but anything to get in the way of Manamarco pleases me.
Let's move.
You said the person we are looking for is in disguise. How will we know who they are?
She will look like a Dremora of Mephala.
Quick Arcana check for me, boss.
Hey, yo,
Spider
boss.
Queen.
If you're trying to get information on Mephala, that's a religion check.
I know who Mathala's. I'm a Dunmer.
Yeah, you naturally know who Mephala is Prince of Plots, Orgies, Secrets.
Hell yeah.
No, I wasn't trying to. Not I'm gonna follow like what their Daedra are. Wouldn't that be more
her
arcane?
Daedra looks more spider-like.
Oh, I'm more so like what they're called. That's why I rolled Arcana.
Dremora.
Okay.
Just base Dremora. Some of the princes we haven't really seen Dremora for in game. This
have 'em.
wouldn't be a spider Daedra. This would just look like a Dremora. But for the sake of my games, there are Dremora for all the Daedric princes, so you can, play one of your choosing.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
you can
somebody
actually
was
play
excited
Tagroth.
about that.
No, not
is it
Tagroth.
Spider
Dremora
Kith?
and Daedra are not the same thing.
No,
I thought you
Tagroth
said
is
Dremora.
not.
Oh,
no.
not Daedra.
Dremora and
I'm-
Daedra are not the same thing. Dremora are a subset of Daedra.
I heard it wrong.
Or Gore.
Is it Spider Kith? It is Spider Kith, yes.
I think so,
Spider
yeah.
Kith is what the name of it is called.
Okay.
Finally, I get to know something.
That's a bit odd that a spider kith would be on his plane, considering none of the princes can actually talk to him.
Discuss it in private with Zalai. Where he cannot see you. I'm holding out as best as I can, but this will not last much longer. I need to rest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna have
That's-
Baron start moving.
Yeah. Tiny follows.
Are you going to roll stealth?
Yeah,
Yes.
Those of
Easy.
you with a point of exhaustion, -1.
he's a careful boy, even
Wait,
when he's
wait.
pissed
And
off.
I
I
wanna
do
cast
want to
Pathway of
point
Peace.
out, Caldron, don't use the exhaustion marker above your picture on your sheet anymore. I added a resource to your sheet just above your senses. Because that one does completely different things and does not code a 10.
Ah.
Now
Okay,
he
pass
doesn't.
without a trace.
So,
So that is a 30-foot radius. Let me. Yeah, I'm actually gonna put an actual aura on you, so you could delete that.
plus it would be
No,
plus
by 10,
9.
I'm sorry.
It would be plus 9 to the exhausted boys, plus 10 for everyone else.
Yeah.
I need to reset the foundry really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I needed to reload mine too.
Mine is actually a 24 then. Sorry.
Yeah.
I rolled early.
Can I cast Enhance Ability on myself?
Yeah. Sure.
Eat.
Plus 10 plus advantage. Let's go.
She
Negate
does
that.
not have a good dex.
Negate that
I'll take
negative from fucking Zenithar.
That was almost a 1.
God damn.
God damn.
I think that's
Okay,
actually higher than
so-
Farron's. What the fuck?
Aaron.
Oh, mine is plus 10. Forgot to add it.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
Nah.
Where did he go?
Cauldron is a 21. Talson is a 28. Farron is a 25.
My own spell, and I did the worst.
Thribby is a 24. You already did the -1, but you didn't do the plus 10, so.
Yeah, because I did the exhaustion as you were speaking, and then Gaston said his pass without trace after.
I would say you all pass.
Pog.
Without trace.
Without trace. And you stay close. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just gonna hold. Just gonna
Whoever, if you want to send somebody out to scout and sneak around and see what it's like.
Baron would already be on it.
Okay. Caldron's just chilling back there, I see. What you
Alright.
do see What you do see is you see a spider kith woman, long, oily black hair. She doesn't look like how her token looks right now. Long, oily black hair, just kind of like down face, kind of like Samara from The Ring a little bit, you know?
Hell yeah. Sadako.
and
Just
her
like me.
skin looks like webbing scars, and her eyes are solid black, and she looks like she has an extra set of eyes. And she's
Hog.
looking around, acting like she's cleaning. Just idly looking around with a broom in hand. And so far, you don't see anybody down the street. Let me see. Do I apparently, give me a hot sec. I apparently forgot to import her. I did like a import on the map. So her token's from a previous game, so she's a ghost image right now. So, yay. Oh no, she's right here. What the fuck? I thought. Okay, let me fix her. There we go. She's fixed. And she is
Alright.
going to look around. She
Alright,
looks
gonna-
like she's at this spider kith is actively looking for somebody. She doesn't see you. I will say that.
Farron
But
is gonna like
keep in
motion
mind,
toward
Farron,
the
you are
direction.
outside the circle of influence of the
Guys, keep up.
We can't move.
Oh yeah, because I paused it there. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you need to stay within 10 feet of Gaz, whoever's
Oh.
holding the necklace.
Probably.
Oh yeah,
Gaston.
probably Gazin too.
Okay,
The
no,
one
Farron-
time he
Farron-
can't run off. Shucks.
Farron would just
Yeah.
have him like almost like by like the shoulder, just like tugging him along.
You know you're doing it again, Farron.
Look, I said you could hug me all you want.
She does seem to perk up for a moment, and she looks toward you. And she motions you to come quickly.
Taliesin will
And he's
motion
continuing
forward.
to tug him to tug him forward.
Fucking move.
Just keep moving. You can hug me all you want later if that's your wish.
DM, my token is stuck. I flew into a tree.
No, that's fine. I pulled you forward, so you're fine. She motions for you to come inside. Quickly.
Door stuck.
Open the
Who
door.
fucking locked it? Oh.
No.
You did.
I take no responsibility for accidentally click lock on it. And she waves out a hand and locks it, and she points to the ceiling, and you see an arcane rune carved into the ceiling.
I'm
You're the
assuming.
ones my lady sent for?
Unfortunately, yes.
And she lets it drop, and before you is a Dromora with a shaved head, and her skin sparkles like gemstones.
Hmm.
I
Not
am
an
Zalai.
Aurora.
Yeah, she is a Dromora of Meridia.
So lie. Well, pleasure to meet you.
You are safe here.
Thank all the
Good to
gods for
know.
that.
My lady has sent for you, which means she might finally have a way out. I'm assuming she did not tell you what is going on.
No, she did not.
Taliesin looks
Tess-
down at the opal. Did you tell us what was going on?
The opal remains silent.
Yeah, no, she
It
doesn't
is in
talk
fact
much.
starting to dim.
She didn't actually talk to us much.
Well, I will tell you what happened. She is trapped here. and has been for a couple years.
Oh.
Brilliant.
I'm sure you saw it in the distance to the north. Yes, but not vampire sparkle. The good kind of sparkle.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
The good kind of sparkle, okay? She looks like multifaceted colors, not just fucking diamonds embedded in the skin and emo bullshit. Sorry, all you fans of Twilight. That was
All two of
very
them.
I'm not
poorly
a fan. I
directed.
Does it count if I'm an ironic fan?
No, that's actually pretty funny.
Those movies are hilarious. They are great
they
comedies.
they are great comedies if you take them as comedies.
They weren't trying to be, but they were.
Yeah, yeah. There are plenty of movies like that. Well, she has been trapped on the Necromancer's Moon for a couple of years. Manna Marco's allies managed to bring her here. I have been working to try and free her, but I'm sure you saw the giant palace to the north.
Yes.
Aye.
Yup.
She is there. Well, her consciousness is there. Her power, and she locks the door, is still in the colored rooms. He trapped her consciousness, so she can't interfere the way she did with Molag Bal.
How the fuck do you trap a Daedric prince's consciousness in another Daedric prince's realm?
Secrets. Only other Daedric princes know. There has been another that had the same happen to them. Well, she got away, and nobody's heard from her in a long time.
Which one?
And she looks to you. You know exactly which one. Your prince did it.
And he stiffens and then
That's
goes
how
quiet.
I'm introducing her in,
Let's
okay?
go! Yeah!
Amazing.
He stiffens and
I
then looks at the
told
floor
you
and
I
goes
had a
quiet.
way. So she is not spoken of anymore. Some of you mortals would not know. That one would, since his prince is responsible for her trapping. Nope. You have no fucking idea who.
So.
You don't even know that this bitch looks like a Coachella chick, okay?
16.
Can I roll too, or
Yeah, if you got proficiency in religion, you can roll.
Oh.
Specifically for this one.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't have proficiency. Ignore mine then.
Jesus.
Oh, Gaston. Oh, Gaston, you have heard tales of her. You didn't think it was possible. A former Magna Gay.
Mega Gay?
Magna Gay. They are the spirits that fled with Magnus and created the sun and the stars.
Wow.
Okay. Let me pull her. They added some lore for her. A star orphan specifically. Yeah.
Let's go!
I'm trying to not give away too much, but I think it's quite obvious that they didn't just make her forgotten at the end, you know? They might be trying to introduce her for the single player games, I think.
That would be pretty
But
cool.
I quite don't
You're
know what to
pretty
make
cool.
of it yet.
Hmm.
Star Orphan. Ithlia, originally the eldest member of the Star Orphans, Magna Gay that followed the Parablists that led away from Magnus. So, the Star Orphans are the one that split off from Magnus and the other Magna Gay who fled after the creation of Nirn. Ithlia is known as the White Star, the Prime Archon, and the Queen of Fates Unwritten. She is the Fate Breaker. That's what you know. Or the Fate Changer. The Unseen, Mistress of Untraveled Roads. That is who Zalai is talking about. A very little known Daedric prince.
I will start not so much praying, but I think because like as a stars druid, he'll be like, "Oh, I see some connection there," and he starts like, I guess thanking her.
Your
Not so the prayer
prayers
was
to your
complete.
aged god will not work in this place. I'm sure even those of you who follow other princes realize your connection to your princes are waned, eclipsed, stopped here.
Blatantly obvious, yes.
I will also tell you, you are not exactly in oblivion. Manamarco has a unique position. His realm was created on the Nern side of the liminal barrier.
So this is off-brand oblivion.
You
We
could
are in the
say that.
veil.
Out of sight from Tamriel. Well, not anymore. See, he's enacting a plan now.
Tiny raises his hand.
Yes, Nord?
And he points to the rune that was here. And he's like, Meridian said she needed to rest, so then can she rest here? Or is it we need
She
to
is
go?
trapped in that palace north. She cannot leave.
Well, no, I get that she's trapped, but like on the way here, she said her power couldn't last forever, so can't she at least like catch her breath with this rune above us?
That is what she is doing right now. Can't you
Oh,
tell the opal charm is dim?
he looks down and is like, I didn't notice. Sorry.
He's not good with magic. Give him a break.
There's a lot of mortals that are not good with magic. Seriously, you would think with how much magicka is around, more of your kind would be proficient in it, but no.
Magic is hard.
Anyways,
Baron is gonna interject. Enough small talk. Just explain to us what we must do.
and I am getting to that, my Dunmer friend. But first, some information to fill you in. Manamarco has allies. Why do you think I looked like a spider, Kith?
Oh, joy.
He is allied with the Spider Queen.
Fuck's
And the
sake.
Prince of Nightmares, and the Prince
What?
of Rot, and
Mira.
the Prince of Plots.
That's no surprise. Fucking bastard.
The minute
I
he
mean-
he just heard that Mathala is fucking aligned with him, he's just like,
Oh, shit! Well, you see, it's a natural alliance. What he is doing feeds them power. His plots, the nightmares he has wrought upon you and Tamriel, the deception his followers, his anchorites have brought to Tamriel. And, well, naturally, he pairs nicely with Namira, does he not?
"This is disgusting as she is."
Exactly. I do agree with you on that. Though Namira tends to keep the dead dead, it seems she has changed her ways a little bit because she's feeding quite a bit off of what he does.
What better way to do it than do it with a festering corpse that walks?
Exactly. You do face dreadful odds, but fortunately, I'm here, and I am going to help you free my lady. But first, you all need rest. This entire house is protected. And she changes back to a spider kith. I will keep watch. But do be wary. Just because Manamarco does not often create Dremora doesn't mean his allies Dremora isn't here. Or any of their Daedra.
Oh, fuck, actually. What was your name again?
It's a lie.
Zulai. Question. Considering that he's allied himself with other Daedra, does that mean that I can summon my own Daedra here?
I would refrain from doing that. Your prince is the antithesis to mine, and I'm sure you noticed that some interesting inconsistencies in your powers under the guard of my prince, such as you being unable to stay up all the time.
So I've noticed, unfortunately. I seem to be the antithesis of every fucking thing these days.
What it takes to summon a Daedra is a great deal of power. Man, Marco would sense that. It would be like a shining beacon to him. And you want to avoid him knowing, because from what I've seen, he's furious you've defied him.
Doesn't have his little pets to fuck around with anymore. I'd be pretty angry too if I was him.
He is a true Daedric prince after all.
As young as he is, he's definitely taken to the role quite naturally. Yes, your worship of the tribunal, as you call them. It's a fickle thing. Really, the best among us is Azura, or best among the princes is Azura. And while you may worship some of the better aspects of those two, they are not good in the slightest. Ask any mortal. Boetha loves to plot and weave plots around mortals, make them betray their own friends in murder. And Mafala, she just absolutely loves toying and spinning webs for mortals to get trapped in. You
Doesn't
could still
matter.
worship them, but
I
I
won't let them
wouldn't be I don't blame you. They only ally with him because, well, he gives them power. He is formerly immortal, after all. Now get some rest, and I'll fill you in on what you need to do in the morning. This place is laced with heavy magic. I have spent 2 years preparing this place as a safe house for myself. So Mannimarco couldn't find me. He's only recently been able to go to Tamriel, after all.
Joy.
Hopefully, while you're here, you should be able to rest peacefully and not fitfully. And she leads to the hall. This is a bedroom. And she opens the door. You guys can fight over it. I don't care. And she goes down toward the kitchen.
Taliesin goes to immediately not go to the bedroom.
I like her already.
And she still looks like a spider kith at this point in time. She's keeping appearances up. Oh, and stay away from the windows. Mannimarco doesn't believe in drapery for some reason.
Yes, he's a beacon
I
of
think
bad
we know
taste.
the
We're
reason.
aware.
So you guys are able to rest here.
Baron
You
is
will
gonna chill
actually.
on this.
So this is your hub. You'll be able to get a long rest here without rolling a sanity check or getting nightmares. So this will be the
Yay.
place to get rid of exhaustion, but sanity checks don't fade. They
Ooh.
stay
I don't like
until
that.
you find Meridia, and then she can remove it for you.
Yay.
I like how you're sitting right by a window when she said stay the fuck away
Well,
from
again,
the
I'm
windows.
not literally at the window. It's just I can't
Okay.
fucking place my character anywhere here that seems like realistic. It's either I'm on the table, I'm over here. I'm trying to work it, but it's not
Yeah.
working.
Yeah,
She said,
it's not gridless, so
I'm
she
just
said
trying
there
we're
was
to
a
not in
kitchen.
Esper yet.
So
figure it around.
a way that you can do that is that you drag your token and you hold shift and then you'll actually go to the spot you're trying to go to specifically. That way you don't actually have to use the
Whoops.
tile if you're trying to specifically place them somewhere. So
Oh.
click.
Also, if you
That's useful.
right click your token, you can see this.
Ah!
It's those little triangles on the left hand side of your token.
Yay, nothing
Ayo.
changes.
Flip, 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 flip.
Oh God, I made my mistake.
Never give us the power of hee toys.
Of anything really. God, he looks so weird from the other.
That sucks. Under the bed? Okay. Little fucking goblin.
That's perfect.
you. You guys get some rest.
Did she say there was a kitchen somewhere?
Yeah, this door right down this way.
Oh, okay. Tiny's gonna go check the kitchen.
You'll see she's setting out some food.
This is just the angry room right here.
Do pardon the circle and the altar. It's for appearances.
Is
I've
this food?
disenchanted the skull a long time ago.
Is
Yes,
this
this is-
food from here?
Yes.
Ah.
Help yourself. I'm interested to see if my spell work can prevent things from happening.
Tiny immediately just takes something and takes a bite out of it, whatever's closest in reach, and fully
You
expecting
grab a
it to be-
sausage and you take a big juicy bite out of it, and it does not turn to maggots.
Heyo!
He has his big smile and he looks to Alira and he's like, "It's real." And he looks at her
Immortals
and
are
she's like,
hilarious.
he explains that we tried to eat something and Madame Marco was petty and turned it into maggots in our mouth that he didn't provide.
Psychological warfare, my dear Nord. He
But
likes to control everything, and if he can break you by making you unable to eat food, he will.
Thank you
I
for
think-
the food.
Alira's just scarfing down a plate because she didn't eat much of Manamarco's food before they left.
Tiny's also just
Whatever it
pounding.
takes for my lady's sake. You guys get a long rest. As you guys eat dinner, you rest, you don't have to do watches here, you don't get any nightmares, you don't have to do sanity rolls, you lose a point of exhaustion. And she sets out breakfast. Cooked grains, sliced apples with spices, fresh fruit, figs, and some meat and some bacons.
The following morning, after getting his food, Talzin would go to the entrance room to study the seal that she used earlier.
Okay, roll Arcana check.
Cool.
Can I also look at it?
Sure, roll Arcana. It is deeply intricate.
Oh!
And
But that there do be a seal. Alira,
Yup.
it's deeply intricate spell work. It is with you two, you would be able to like work together and talk together about it, and you'd be able to notice that it has been worked on over the course of 2 years. She said Meridia has been trapped here for 3 years. So she got here and she pretended to be a spider kith and started immediately in this town working every night this intricate spell so Mana Marco can't see in, sense in, or penetrate into her mind. Because if he penetrated into her mind, if he got a hint that she was not a spider kith, she'd be fucked. And that wouldn't be good for Meridia. Well, good morning. Are you ready for your task?
Morning. I am, but let me go get the smart people, and then he goes out to get the rest of his party members.
Then you can eat while I tell you. She sets out bowls of this lovely meal.
Baron's
Essentially
already
kind
on
of
his
like
way.
grits when fruit, you know? Grits with fruit and some bacon and eggs and stuff. And for once, I will actually change the music to calm, because you're in a safe place. Good morning. And it's kind of still unsettling. She looks like a spider kith, but you know, she has to keep up appearances.
I don't know
Baron's
what's
not
more
unsettled.
I don't know what's more unsettling, your spider appendage or the bright lights that came out of your skin when you revealed your true form.
I am what my lady makes me.
God,
This
Lights won't kill you.
is just a disguise, a simple spell, seeming.
Heard of it.
Now, have a seat, eat up.
Baron is gonna once again angrily snack on something.
First things first, my Dunmer friend. Whatever Mana Marco did to you, do take seriously, but don't let it consume you, because you're only giving him what he wants. It would piss him off more if you are yourself.
I'll take it under advisement.
Now, your task. When my lady was captured, she was brought here and her beacon was shattered into pieces. The beacon is the key to getting into the room she's held in. A cruel little trick by Mana Marco, locking her into a room with her own light. You need to find these pieces and bring them here so I can put them back together for you. And then you need to go to that castle far north and find her. Sound fair?
Yeah.
So
I can't do it myself, obviously.
let's talk logistics, mate. So Meridia's beacon, that's basically like a conduit, right?
Yes, it's one of her conduits.
Makes
Just
sense.
like Mount Kilcreath is.
Seems to be that way for all the lucky ones. Right,
I
how
do
many...
recall she dangled the Dragonborn in Mount Kilcreath.
Yes, she
Got rid of a Necromancer.
she did mention that. Anyway, how many pieces were they shattered in, and where are they, or do you know?
I do actually know. I was here for 2 years. I didn't just do this lovely spell work on the ceiling. It is shattered into, let me pull up the quest, 5 pieces. I have one here in Necrosite that I managed to nab away from a neighbor. And I will get it for you out of the basement soon enough. But there is a shard held by the steward of the Hill of Maggots, the steward of Zistal, the steward of Hateville, and one in the Wailing Cave.
Do these stewards have names?
Yes, they do, but I didn't care to learn them because I don't like Manmarco at all.
Most
He-
people with taste don't.
He
Oh, thank you.
looks back to Glarior for a very brief second, and then goes to look at the Dremora again. Did one of them look like a short Bosma vampire?
No, the stewards of the towns are Dremora.
Ah, shame
His
that.
only few Dremora.
Well, don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll see soon enough.
He has 5 Dremora. One for each town and one protecting where Meridia is being held. That one I took care to learn. His name is Zostra. He's Marcanaz.
Fucking sorry.
Martinez.
His most powerful.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if he couldn't get to his beloved revenants, he had to create something.
Wait a minute. You said there's 5 of them, right?
Yes.
Interesting. I'll go back to reading.
It's not the Anchorites. The Anchorites were on Tamriel.
Yes, I know that. I'm not a dullard. I'm just wondering if he made them in their image. You know, copied the skills into them and whatnot.
You better hope not. His Anchorites, and I did learn this, actually hold shards of his power. They are his true Dremora. I will give you this. When you get out of here with Meridia, and when she figures out a way to get you back to Tamriel, they need to die for you to be able to defeat him. Bec- Jump in all the time. Because if you think about it, a Daedric prince can summon their Dremora to them, correct?
Aye.
He can summon his Anchorites to him now that this realm is connected to Tamriel.
Oh,
And
joy.
Kalira just looks over to Caldron when she says that.
Yeah, so does Farron. He's just like, fuck.
They have to die.
Well,
But I would take care about killing his Dremora, his stewards, because he will notice when they die. Because that little bead of power that he used to mold and sculpt them, like all of us Dremora are, will return to him. And he will know it was you.
joy. Well, I'm not really all that surprised. He has eyes and ears everywhere, after all. Except here, of course.
As far as what Manmarco's true plans are, only my lady would be able to answer that once she gets back to her realm.
So, just to recap for my own sake, we have to basically kill, and thankfully kill because I do know that, 4 Dremora, because you have one.
Do not kill the Dremora.
Do not kill the Dremora. We have to outsmart them in some way to get the beacons from them, or the parts of the beacon from them. And we got to bring it here, reforge the beacon, and then get into his fucking palace.
To find my lady. And she will get you out of this place. She is the only one that is powerful enough.
I see.
Makes sense. Do not kill them, but outsmart them or outwit them or something. Fuck's sake.
Or sneak. You little mortals are great at scampering around like rats. And she looks to you, Caldron. You may have a one-up. You are one of his. If you can make yourself look different, maybe like one of the other revenants, the other fakes, you may be able to get past. Because let's face it, you revenants are not us. You're facsimiles. You're his abominations. She is being a sassy ass bitch.
Taliesin will look back to Glarior. Hey, question for you, since you're the expert.
What?
Are all Dremora like this?
You
He tilts his
flatter
head
me,
from one
little
side to the other.
Imperial.
Oh, shut up already. Fuck's sake, you're so bloody annoying. You were saying, mate?
Now you know what your Daedra sounds like.
He's
Yes.
got a point. He's got a point there.
Many Dremora are.
He looks at Zalai for a really long moment and then looks back at Taliesin.
She
Perfect.
smiles and gives you a little wave.
Perfect in their own terms.
I am
They behave like
perfect.
Daedra. See? They will all act like her, if not worse. They're Dremora, after all.
She goes to the table and picks up a fig and starts walking around the table. You know, we are perfect. We are made in our specific Daedric prince's perfect image. And she hands you a fig, Taliesin.
He just stares at her. Looks back to Glarior.
That's all it takes to rile you up.
Take the fucking fig, you prick.
He takes
She's
the
giving
fig.
you a sweet smile.
He takes the fig and puts it on the table.
Oh, come now. I wouldn't hurt you. After all, you're supposed to free my lady.
She has a point. We are allies for the time being. As little
long
as
as
I
she
want
ge-
that to be.
As long as her patron can get us out of here, I don't care who she is.
Could be more
Well.
about fucking balls for all I care.
Oh, you don't want to go near that one.
I would prefer not.
I believe he was making an analogy.
If anything, him and Mehrunes Dagon might be getting kicks out of this invasion.
No doubt.
I'm,
Pain and destruction abound, just like the Oblivion Crisis.
I'm surprised that
Subjugation.
in that list that you mentioned, Dagon wasn't allied with Manamarco himself.
Well, he might be, a little salty. Because where Dagon failed with Blackmarsh, Manamarco succeeded.
You think Dagon would stoop so low?
Yes, he would not ally. Also, he would not ally with a former mortal. Half the Daedric princes don't like him. Because he's a former mortal that mantled godhood.
Here, I thought it was his charming personality.
Yeah, no. His personality is. Her eyes seem to glaze over for a moment.
I guess they don't have sarcasm on your plane of oblivion.
Not on any
Perfection.
plane of Oblivion.
Well, I'm sure Sheogorath has some sarcasm in him. After all, he's a former mortal too, but
Outlier.
he was willingly replaced. That way, Jiggalad could have his own realms back.
What kind of stupid name is Jiglag anyway?
Yeah, the Prince of Order.
Just be glad he's not the one helping us.
Prince of the really stupid name.
Is
More like-
the reason why Jigalag is as bad as it sounds? Order doesn't sound too bad.
It can be
No,
too
but his
much of it.
counterpart is
Perfect.
Sheogorath, the Lord of Butterflies and everything awful.
Butterflies
He's
are not
perfect
that
with
bad, but
us.
Sheogorath is quite insane.
Oh, that much I know.
Quite is an understatement. I
I
can't
was
read his
being
texts.
nice. I can't read his texts. They're all
I can't read.
emojis.
And I can read everything.
What is winky faced with the tongue sticking out and a poop emoji mean?
Sheogorath, what does eggplant mean? I don't understand.
Eggplant and cloud? What does that mean?
Why you keep sending the number 100 like 5 times, please?
Stop
He's a
sending
Redditor, oh
fire.
god!
Stop sending
Keep
fire.
sending you memes of cats.
Oh, fucking it sends Glarior a message. It's just a bunch of fire.
Get stick bug, lol.
So, I understand that Sheogorath is the Mad Prince, you could say. So you're saying that Jigalag is a foil to Sheogorath, so like the Thalmor but worse.
No, they actually get along, believe it or not.
Jigalag and Sheogorath?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Sheogorath was the hero of Kavach. Lovely little Breton woman. Was quite literal, and then she went mad and became Sheogorath. She did help Jigalag become
Congratulations
who he
on her
was.
transition.
Hey, Pride Month, congrats on your transition to Mad God.
Huh.
Think
So,
about it
of
this
course
way,
they-
Telazin. Everything from Jigalag is perfect and straight in line. The black and the white. The light of the dark. And it is awful. It is strict.
If I were to describe his realm, perfect order, everything is in order, even down to the grains of sand below your feet, and they do not move where you step.
It does
Order's
sound
kind
a-
of a bitch that way.
Does sound a bit weird, though. I wouldn't mind visiting it at least once.
It's boring and gray.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Better than this place, that's for sure.
That's a fair point.
A latrine is better than this place.
I don't know. it's
That is
just-
also a fair point. Trust me, I've had to live here for 2 years. I can't wait to leave this place. But I go where
Neither
my
can
lady
we.
tells me.
Side note, you would see Taliesin writing in his black book as Glarior is explaining all of this. More so Glarior, not the Dremora.
Yeah.
Glarior looks over Taliesin's
You
shoulder at
forgot
what he's
that
writing.
inflection. Your Daedric is not great.
That's because it's not Daedric, it's Tamrielic.
Oh. Such a boring language.
He's actually writing it in Tagra.
He like scans the writing.
Rayleigh and Riken.
Glarior would see very elegant looking strokes of wording that are very detailed.
Simp.
You're leaving out her meticulous details. Never forsake the knowledge of a Daedra. I might be more friendly.
And he looks at Zalai for like a half second.
She blows you a kiss.
By a little bit. But the wisdom of a Dremora, especially one of Meridia, is never to be left out of anything. You might want to take notes on her, too.
I think Tal just likes the sound of your voice.
Funny, I don't.
I will tell you, Manamarco loves the sound of his voice.
Of course he does. That's why he's here.
No
Mm.
That's why he's
kidding.
fucking with us.
Why won't you shut the hell up?
Exactly.
Well, do keep in mind. She looks at the opal charm. She should be ready to protect you, but it will only last a day before you have to return here, so she can rest. I'm sure you noticed when she tried to signal you, and she did fill me in because I can hear her. It was never long, those little flashes of light. Was it? Now, go. Pick whichever piece you're going to find first. Let's get this done. I want to get my lady back to her realm.
Whoever gets us out of here.
Tiny asked if he can see the shard that she said she had.
I am keeping it safe down in the basement. I'll give it to you when you find the rest.
Oh no, I mean, can I see what it looks like then?
You will know it's one of hers when you see it. Gleaming lights, multifaceted.
Anything bright and painfully beautiful in this realm of death and decay will stand out, even to you. I
Okay.
promise you that.
It will be noticeable in this realm, just like that flashing light that led you to the opal charm and then to me.
I've been wondering what that
Okay.
was.
Thank you.
It was the opal charm's light.
Thank you. Again.
Don't worry your pretty little imperial face. I'm here to help.
I know. I know. Gods, I know already. What would you say is the easiest one to get? Because we don't know where we're going. We don't even know this place.
Well, the closest one to here is the one within the Wailing Cave. That one will also not have a Dremora protecting it.
Surely.
Something else, no doubt.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
But if you do go to the Hill of Maggots, there is a pass through the mountains. It's a little treacherous. Some of this spider Daedra of Mafala may be hanging around there. But
Farron sighs.
whatever makes you feel comfortable. How many of you, none of you actually, when you fought that spider Daedra, looked up into the portal, did you?
Taliesin did. He was right there.
Nope.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Didn't-
Because you didn't ask me what it looked like.
You told us what it looked like for everyone that looked up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She's one of the ones that went, yeah, not here, but
I remember
Oh.
specifically said, "What the fuck is that?"
portal.
Yeah.
It's a portal.
It's a portal.
Don't worry about it.
It's like, what is that fucking green-haired lady? Don't worry about it. Where did you come from?
Where'd it come from?
So, player to DM.
Hello, West.
Everybody immediately freaks out. Oh, I forgot to expose those. Hold on.
So we have Hill of Maggots, Wailing Cave. What else?
It was in the quest. There
Oh,
There's
it
a
I didn't
is
giant
see
again.
it.
Pop
There
up
it
on your
is.
screen.
Zistal, hateful.
Oh, it didn't say that the first time when I saw it. Cool.
Yeah, because I forgot to expose him.
Oh, okay.
Zistal. I spelled hateful wrong. I spelled it hate room.
It's literally on the Waste of Worms map. How did you spell it wrong?
Because I can't see the Waste of Worms rap right now.
Stupid.
I said rap and not
Are you
map.
too gay to see? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Gate to
But-
drive.
Okay.
I can't
can't-
navigate back to that map.
Wait, you're saying that you can't see, but people can finally visualize you during Pride Month? That's kind of crazy.
I can't
That's
visualize
That's
myself.
when we stop blending
You were a
in and we
vampire,
start
it makes
showing our
sense.
colors.
I am a vampire.
And she
I'm
said that.
Falnir. Fuck you.
He's a self-insert, so
I don't
you
think
know.
you want to be
Shut up.
Falnir in the 4th era. Oh my god.
Yeah, because we're gonna stuff him. Stuff him like a Thanksgiving turkey.
What do you
Don't
mean
say
by
that.
What do you mean by
He
that?
might like it.
He will.
So we have the Hill of Maggots is guarded. The Wailing Cave is quote unquote not. We're in Necrosite. And then the other two places, they also have a quote unquote warden?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything has a Dremora warden except for the cave.
Cool. And she
Lord
already dealt with the
Warden.
one in Necrosite, so we already got one
Yeah,
technically.
she has it in her basement.
Aid
Let me in. Stop logging me out, please.
Now is it doing it again?
Yep.
Right.
Yay.
So, you don't care for the names of the Dremora, the Wardens, as I'm going to nickname them. Do you have any idea as to what their curfews are like, their movements, what they do, what they hate, what they like, anything?
Those faithful to Manamarco don't have curfews, so to say. The thing about Manamarco is, even though he is absolutely abhorrent and disgusting, he does reward those greatly who follow him. One thing he above the other princes that he has is that he doesn't think little of mortals, probably because he was one.
Right.
He understands the threat you pose, something I learned in my time here. Which is probably why he was targeting you greatly.
Okay, so wrong word, not curfews. Schedules and quotas, do they have any special tasks that they do?
They do. They may have changed it because when I last looked in on them was about 6 months ago.
Well, we haven't been here at all, so any information would be useful, even if it's outdated.
Well, I do know that the kin marcher of Zistal, he does like to drink a lot. So if you manage to sneak a drink into his stash that may or may not knock him unconscious, you'll be able to easily get it. The one in Hateville loves to torture and kill.
Hey, that
And
rhymes.
yeah. Haha, it rhymes. So if you do manage to catch him when he's in one of his modes of torture and killing, you may be able to get it while he's distracted. And as far as the one in the Hill of Maggots, believe it or not, there's not very many maggots there. It's just a name. He does love to swim in that, whatever you want to call it, off the coast. Disgusting stuff.
A sea of blood.
Yes, a sea of
Gaston
blood.
bait.
The Acrid Ocean, even.
I like that one, Acrid Ocean.
The Gaston bait.
Oh, don't tell me you tried to eat it, little one.
He did.
He did.
He did.
Trust
What?
me, I would not.
Just stops praying and goes, what?
Don't drink that acrid water, blood, whatever it is out there. Anyways, he likes to swim in that. He also likes to drown some of the Dramora and Daedra of Mafala, much to her displeasure. But
He's a traitor in my eyes now.
yes, believe it or not, seeing as that kin marcher is of this realm, he is a Dramora of Manamarco. He is not affected by its dangers. You see, that blood is acidic. It will burn out your throat and your stomach. It will poison you. And it'll make you age.
Age, you say?
Oh yes, you drink too much of it, you turn straight to a zombie. You know, think like Indiana Jones and the Ark. You know how they open the Ark and the guy turned to like
Yeah. The skeleton.
melted off and shit? Yeah.
Have you seen, just out of curiosity, you've seen that happen, eh?
I have. Because you see, a couple mortals did accidentally venture here over the past couple hundred years, from what I understand. And when that kin marcher gets his hands on a mortal, he likes to drag them out into the water and watch them age into nothing and burn and die. And looks to you, Gadsden. And if you want to swim in that, you little stupid Bosmer, go ahead.
That is not permission, Gaston.
I just want to say me being not smart isn't because I'm a Bosmer.
No, but you are
Aaron
a
just fucking face
Bosmer.
palms. Oh my god.
No wonder you and Drippy are attracted to each other. God's sake.
I'm not attracted to Gadsden.
I'm
Not
going
like
to
that.
slit my own
He didn't mean
throat.
it like that.
He's too tall.
Hey, Glario.
Please do not tell me all Nords are this stupid.
Most of them.
No.
What, Taliesin?
As far
Is
as I've
that
seen,
a-
yes. Yes,
is-
they are.
Is that offer for killing
Oh
me
my
still on
god,
the
somewhere
table?
Arn's like, hey!
Killing you? No, because right now it would convenience you.
Yes,
That's
especially in
Great
this
Corner now.
conversation.
I'm going to request you to hold off on dying until the end of this prophecy, please.
Also, you better keep that murder talisman with us if you're gonna go swimming. 'Cause I'm
Yes,
not
don't-
following your ass in there.
Destroy my lady's items.
Are those her items also on the shelf? And he points to like either side.
No, those are not Daedric artifacts.
Oh, there's a funny looking lamp. I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah, that's an oil lamp.
Oh,
You light it and it provides light.
I know what an oil lamp is. It's just I've never seen one that fancy before.
Manamarco's into fancy things.
Okay. And then he like pushes himself away, and then he's like, he like picks up his dishes and like looks for like where he's supposed to take the dirty dishes. Do you have a kitchen or something? Like, do you want help cleaning?
I can clean it. You have a task.
Yes, we
Saving-
should go.
Saving my lady is far more important. Gather together, stay close so my lady can protect you. But she is going to stay as quiet as possible, I'm sure, so she can better focus on keeping that protection up. Because I guarantee you, If you step out of that or it goes down, Manamarco will be on you.
Another question, considering it is a Daedric artifact that we're looking for, one of the conduits, pieces of it. Do you think they'll fit in this, or do you think they'll be spat out and he'll tap the bag on his waist?
The bag of holding will work.
Lovely. Alright, cool. Excellent.
After all, it is my understanding the Dragonborn keeps Dawnbreaker in one of those.
How does she? Huh. That actually makes sense.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
know, I
makes
barely
sense.
know the woman.
What did you say, Varen?
I wouldn't know. I barely know the woman.
I think only Glarier saw the Dawnbreaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, Glarier's the only one aware that she actually had it. It is the one Daedric artifact Arn gets. She does do the Azura Star quest, but she does turn it into a white Azura Star and returns it, so she like gives it to Felger's like, I don't want this, take it.
What am I supposed to do with this?
No, it's because by that point she's been to the Soul Cairn and knows what happens to soul trapped souls and does not do it anymore.
Technically, you can only trap like animal souls in the white soul gems anyway.
Yeah, but
so.
still, you're dooming animals to the Soul Cairn.
So the soul cairn is just gonna get like an influx of like mammoths and wolves.
Yeah. It's still torture to be there. Trust me, she had to sleep in there for a week. Anyways.
I mean, like, why would you, unless you're like super into soul trapping, why would you do it anyway?
Yeah. Make powerful weapon go burr.
Find a Daedric artifact instead. Yes, guys,
So
let's
anyways,
go.
as you guys gather together and prepare to head out, this is where we'll end today's session.
Cool.
Boggies.
Because I need to make a map because I got distracted by ESO Gold Road and Destiny 2 Final Shape.
Fair, true, and real, honestly. Alright. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back at it hopefully next week. Unsure.
Hopefully next week. It depends. I have family coming into town. I don't. We'll probably be done with things by then, but I will have an answer by Monday.
Cool. The VOD should be up within a day, so be looking for that if you
Oh shit,
haven't.
never mind. Not until 15th through 20th. I'm an idiot. I thought it was 10th through 15th.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
So there will be a session next week.
Pog.
Boggies.
So, yeah, look for the VOD. I look forward to the video being posted within the day. Slightly edited, of course. On YouTube, which is linked. Do drop a follow and a subscribe if you like what you see, and we will see you next week. Have a good night.
Good night.
See you, baby girls.
Bye.